tournament game via the free Westwood One Sports, Varsity Network, and NCAA March Madness apps, or with TuneIn Premium and on SiriusXM. Online, you can find us at westwoodonesports.com and ncaa.com. And on any Alexa-enabled device, you can choose which game you want to listen to. Just say, open Westwood One Sports. Again, the final score in Cleveland, Alabama 80, St. Mary's 66. Now for Scott Graham and John Crispin, I'm Brad Heller. Thank you for joining us. You've been listening to exclusive coverage of the 2025 Men's Basketball Championship on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
The madness is here.
They've survived. They've advanced in a game for the ages.
Tuesday at 5 Eastern, five-time national champion head coach Mike Krzyzewski will preview the Sweet 16 matchups.
There's been so much magic in past marches. You're playing against a team that believes in magic. It's absolutely beautiful.
Basketball and Beyond with Coach K, exclusively on Sirius XM Collar Sports Radio, Channel 84 in the car, and on the Sirius XM app.
Hear the Masters exclusively on SiriusXM. Hi, this is Mike Tirico, and there's nothing like the Masters.
Rory McIlroy, he's thinking grand slam.
The beauty of the azaleas, the passion of the patrons, and the best golfers in the world vying for a green jacket.
For birdie at 16, it's on the way up to the cup and in. Scotty Scheffler can put one arm in the jacket right now.
It all makes for one of the most iconic weekends in sports. Tune into Masters Radio this April on Channel 92 in the car and on the SiriusXM app.
The countdown to the 2025 NFL Draft is on SiriusXM Radio.
What a throw by Cam Ward.
Beginning April 24th, we're live in Green Bay with pick-by-pick coverage for all 32 teams.
With the first pick, the Tennessee Titans select.
You'll hear expert analysis and exclusive interviews with the next generation of stars.
You know, my goal was to get to the NFL and continue to be great.
Get ready for the NFL Draft with SiriusXM NFL Radio Channel 88 and the SiriusXM app.
Opening day is coming.
And we can already hear the buzz in this ballpark.
Get ready for the season with SiriusXM and MLB Network Radio.
Shohei Ohtani, unload!
You'll hear every MLB game on SiriusXM, including your hometown announcers on the SiriusXM app.
Home run for Judge.
And talk about the game on MLB Network Radio, the only 24/7 baseball channel on radio, SiriusXM 89 and the SiriusXM app.
Welcome to March.
The madness is here.
They've survived. They've advanced in a game for the ages.
Tuesday at 5 Eastern, five-time national champion head coach Mike Krzyzewski will preview the Sweet 16 matchups.
There's been so much magic in past marches. You're playing against a team that believes in magic. It's absolutely beautiful.
Basketball and Beyond with Coach K, exclusively on Sirius XM Collar Sports Radio, Channel 84 in the car, and on the Sirius XM app.
Hear the Masters exclusively on SiriusXM. Hi, this is Mike Tirico, and there's nothing like the Masters.
Rory McIlroy, he's thinking grand slam.
The beauty of the azaleas, the passion of the patrons, and the best golfers in the world vying for a green jacket.
For birdie at 16, it's on the way up to the cup and in. Scotty Scheffler can put one arm in the jacket right now.
It all makes for one of the most iconic weekends in sports. Tune into Masters Radio this April on Channel 92 in the car and on the SiriusXM app.
The countdown to the 2025 NFL Draft is on SiriusXM Radio.
What a throw by Cam Ward.
Beginning April 24th, we're live in Green Bay with pick-by-pick coverage for all 32 teams.
With the first pick, the Tennessee Titans select.
You'll hear expert analysis and exclusive interviews with the next generation of stars.
You know, my goal was to get to the NFL and continue to be great.
Get ready for the NFL Draft with SiriusXM NFL Radio Channel 88 and the SiriusXM app.
Opening day is coming.
And we can already hear the buzz in this ballpark.
Get ready for the season with SiriusXM and MLB Network Radio.
Shohei Ohtani, unload!
You'll hear every MLB game on SiriusXM, including your hometown announcers on the SiriusXM app.
Home run for Judd.
And talk about the game on MLB Network Radio, the only 24/7 baseball channel on radio, Sirius XM 89 and the Sirius XM app.
Welcome to March.
The madness is here.
They've survived. They've advanced in a game for the ages.
Tuesday at 5 Eastern, 5-time national champion head coach Mike Krzyzewski will preview the Sweet 16 matchups.
There's been so much magic in past marches. You're playing against a team that believes in magic. It's absolutely beautiful.
Basketball and beyond with Coach K, exclusively on Sirius XM College Sports Radio, channel 84 in the car, and on the Sirius XM app.
Hear the Masters exclusively on Sirius XM. Hi, this is Mike Tirico, and there's nothing like the Masters.
Rory McIlroy, he's thinking grand slam.
The beauty of the azaleas, the passion of the patrons, and the best golfers in the world vying for a green jacket.
For birdie at 16, it's on the way up to the cup and in. Scotty Scheffler can put one arm in the jacket right now.
It all makes for one of the most iconic weekends in sports. Tune into Masters Radio this April on channel 92 in the car and on the Sirius XM app.
It's the NCAA tournament. It's on Westwood 1.
It will be Grant Hill to make the pass. They're not going to guard Hill making the inbounds pass. Here's a high looper. There's Leitner. He turns. He shoots. It is good. Christian Leitner hits a turnaround 17-footer at the buzzer. And the Duke Blue Devils head to Minneapolis. My, oh my, oh my.
6.9 to go. In it comes to Ethan Morton. He's going to dribble this one out. And the second verse is the same as the first. UConn repeats as national champions.
Now it's time to head courtside for Westwood 1's exclusive coverage of the NCAA tournament.
We welcome you to Rocket Arena in Cleveland, Ohio for exclusive coverage of the 2025 Men's Basketball Championship. In the South region, it's the number 10 seed, Lobos of New Mexico, and the number 2 seed, Spartans of Michigan State. Tonight's broadcast of the NCAA Tournament of the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network is sponsored by AutoZone, by Cintas, by Granger, by Pluto TV, by Kohl's, by Progressive Insurance, and by NCAA.com. Hi, everybody. I'm Scott Graham, along with former Penn State and UCLA guard John Crispin. Brad Heller joins us later from the Westwood One Broadcast Center. We try to fill out the dance card in Atlanta in the Sweet 16, and John doing it here tonight. A Michigan State team that is trying to get there for the 22nd time in school history and the 16th time under their head coach, Mr. Izzo. Yeah. Mr. Izzo is currently right now sitting in a spot where he has got a team that he not only enjoys coaching but has figured out a way to move the pieces around. Tom Izzo is a little bit of a tactician when he plays this game, but in terms of what he's got right now, he has figured out what each piece does. That's a good time for him to be doing it.
Yeah, there's a uniqueness to this group. It's not just the depth they have. It's not just the physicality. It's not just the tempo with which they play. It's the fact that they look like one of the best Michigan State teams that we've seen in recent times. And that was that 99-2000 team where, yes, they can be blue-collar when they need to be blue-collar. They have bigs that are willing to be screeners and ball movers and just physical down low. They're dominated really by their guard play and their tempo. One of the more remarkable teams I've seen from Tom Izzo in probably the last 2 decades. And it's a team that he really has his identity all over. So high hopes for this Michigan State team. Wasn't the case coming into the season. By the way, there was a little bit of a roar. It's because Rick Pitino came to the building.
Well, his son Richard is trying to coach New Mexico to the Sweet 16 for the first time ever.
And that's special stuff for Richard Pitino. Richard Pitino did a really good job at Minnesota. Not an easy job. He comes to New Mexico where now he's one of the hot coaches in college basketball. I think he's done a great job recruiting. He's also done a great job teaching his guys and getting them in a position where they can play freely, but also understand how to grind it out when necessary. Good balance with Donovan Dent and Nelly Jr. Joseph.
Up next, we'll take a look at the starting lineups and bring you the opening tip for New Mexico and Michigan State. On the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network, this is the men's basketball tournament.
You can just move through life, or you can find the things that move you. It's your choice. Choose joy. Choose the road. Choose your shot. Take it. Choose to get in there. Choose your calling. Choose your path. Just choose. We craft cars for those who choose to do more than simply move. You know who you are. Mazda. Move and be moved.
I wake up.
The beauty of a tournament cheat sheet is that someone else spent thousands of hours watching film and analyzing stats, so you didn't have to. When it comes to hiring for your small business, LinkedIn does the same thing with candidates. LinkedIn delivers the strongest hiring data and insights to help you identify the right candidates to make the best hiring decisions. Hire professionals like a professional on LinkedIn. Post your job for free at linkedin.com/SXM. That's linkedin.com/SXM. Terms and conditions apply.
The family that vacations together stays together. At least that was the plan. Except now the dastardly desk clerk is saying he can't confirm your connecting rooms.
Wait, what?
That's right, ma'am. You have rooms 201 and 709.
No, we cannot be 5 floors away from our kids.
The doors have double locks. They'll be fine.
When you want connecting rooms confirmed before you arrive, it matters where you stay.
Welcome to Hilton. I see your connecting rooms are already confirmed.
Hilton, for the stay.
Meanwhile at Xfinity.
Okay, huddle up. Do you realize how many fans stream basketball? It's madness.
But real fans stream with Xfinity Internet.
Totally. We've engineered a super fast connection.
With reduced buffering and low lag.
'Cause making streaming better is what we do!
Yeah!
Yeah!
Can we let go now? It's really not a huddle with 2 people.
Switch to Xfinity Internet and stream live sports from the best seat in the house. Bring on the good stuff. Restrictions apply. Not available in all areas. Actual speeds vary. Not guaranteed.
Told you Rick Pitino has made it here. His St. John's team eliminated. Now his son, Richard, is trying to avoid the same fate. To do it, he's going to have to figure out a way to deal with the way Tom Izzo's team plays the game. Here he breaks down how Michigan State does that.
I think for the casual observer, you would think they're a slow, plodding, physical team. You know, there's kind of that traditional belief of how the Big Ten is played. Like, they do not play like that. Now, they'll grind you out if they need to, but they're trying to score early, and their guards push, and their wings run, and their bigs rim run. So, he gets them to fly up the court, and, it's been that way for a long time.
That leads us right to the keys of the game, sponsored by Realtors. Buying a home can be a lot, but with the ethical expertise of a Realtor, you don't have to do it alone. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors. All right, John, if you're New Mexico and you're Richard Pitino, how do you figure out a way to stymie this Michigan State team?
Well, you got to be more concerned with the transition, but it's not about transition scoring. It's about rebounding those quick shots in transition that Michigan State tends to get. Those missed shots lead to second chance opportunities. They wear you down, particularly when you consider how Michigan State wants to play that way for full 40 minutes. For Michigan State, you first have to contain Donovan Dent. Figure out how much of a threat he is with the basketball, gain some comfort and at least a little stability on the defense covering Donovan Dent. And then you just got to put that tempo and physicality on the game for a full 40 minutes because you've got the depth to do so.
Now as the lights go down and the roar comes up here in Cleveland, let's check the starting lineup, sponsored by Cintas. Work days are better when you partner with Cintas. Keep your team protected, prepared, and looking great. Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday. New Mexico, 27-7 on the year, the 10 seed in the South. They start True Washington, sophomore out of Phoenix, Arizona, 11 points, 4 rebounds per game. Filip Borovicanin, sophomore out of Belgrade, Serbia, averaging 6 points and 4.5 rebounds. Mustafa Amsil, a senior out of Helsinki, Finland, averaging 11 points and 5.5 boards per game at 6'9", 215. Their big man in the middle is Nelly Jr. Joseph, senior 6'10", 240, out of Benin, Nigeria. 14 points, 11 boards per game, a big game on Friday. And the guy with the ball in his hands, Donovan Dent. Mountain West Player of the Year this year, junior 6'2", 185, out of Riverside, California, averages 20.5 points, 6.5 assists. Richard Pitino in his 4th season, the Mountain West Coach of the Year, winner of 247 games in his coaching career. Michigan State 28-6 on the year out of the Big Ten, the 2 seed in the South. Their lineup looks this way. Jackson Kohler, Jr., American Fork, Utah, 8 points and 7.5 rebounds. Jeremy Fears, redshirt freshman, 6'2", 190 out of Joliet, Illinois, averages 7.5 points and 7.5 assists. Jaden Akins, averaging 12.5 points and 3.5 rebounds per game, the senior from Farmington, Michigan. The big man in the middle who starts, doesn't play a lot, Shimon Zapawa, senior 7', 245 out of Poland, averaging 4.5 points and 4 rebounds. And the freshman, the motor that makes this go, Jace Richardson, out of Denver, Colorado, 6'3", 185, averaging 12 points and over 3 rebounds per game. Michigan State coach Tom Izzo told me in our meeting yesterday how he's gotten his team to embrace the concept of sharing minutes and having a strong bench.
When guys are looking to get to the pros, the pros evaluate everything on points per minute, assists per minute, rebounds per minute, so that they, don't have to worry about somebody played 5 more minutes. What is their real worth? And I've tried to sell that too. I've tried to sell a lot of things. I'm not sure any of them are working, but we've won 20-some games, so I guess something's working.
I think the best part about that is the very end where he says, I tried to sell. Because basically what he's telling us is he's had to figure out how to convince 10, 11, 12 guys that they just have to maximize the value of the minutes that they get. And if the pros say that we look at points per minute, that's a great way to sell it.
The officials, Terry Oglesby, Michael Irving, and Tony Chiazza. Time now for the opening tip, sponsored by AutoZone. What makes AutoZone America's #1 battery destination? They offer free battery testing and charging and reliable replacement batteries. And they've always got your battery solution. Get in the zone, AutoZone. Michigan State in the home white with the green trim. That means green numerals and green lettering. It says Michigan State across the front of their jerseys. New Mexico, the Lobos are wearing their traveling red with the white lettering and white numerals trimmed in white and also trimmed in blue for the Lobos of New Mexico. Remember, they have never been to this spot before as a team, but then again, they're also a team that has nothing to lose in this situation going up against Michigan State. 2 versus 10, tipping off in Cleveland, and New Mexico controls the tip going from our left to our right. Donovan Dent into the forecourt, gets it to Borovichinen. Now they dump it down low for Junior Joseph. Ball poked away by Fears. It's going to stay the same way. They say it touched the foot of Fears after he hit the ball. Or actually, it touched the foot of Zapawa, one way or the other. 18 seconds left to shoot, and an inbound now for New Mexico. They get it into Junior Joseph. Ellie Junior Joseph driving in the lane, and already you've got a foul call. Zapawa didn't want to give up any ground, ultimately ended up pushing him down to the ground.
Well, Zapawa doesn't really have to worry about fouling out. I don't think he plays enough for that to be an issue. But I like the fact that they're going to Junior Joseph early to establish how that's going to be defended.
Obsio off the inbound, gets it into Washington. Washington head of the circle. With the dribble alive, takes to the elbow, comes back to the near side. Borovichinen looking to feed the post. They can't do it there. Obsio going to dive down the lane with 5 left to shoot. Spinning, one-handed shot is good. Used a lot of clock right there and got the good shot for an early 2-0 lead.
Still think if you're Michigan State, that's one you can live with. That's a tough shot, good defensive possession.
Passing around the perimeter now for the Spartans. Zapawa is caught with the basketball, and that's going to be a 5-second call. He was trying to find a cutter, and they were denying the basketball to both Richardson and Jeremy Fears. Big man ate the ball, and that's a 5-second call and a Michigan State turnover.
Yeah, and credit Borovichinen for New Mexico really taking Jace Richardson out of the play.
So now Dent very coolly brings it across half court. Drops it in the lane for Junior Joseph, and a bank shot with one hand from 8 feet away. Makes it 4-0 New Mexico.
And made baskets allow you to get back and get your defense set before they really push it up the floor.
Once again, the big man with the ball on the outside. Now it's Kohler. Kohler around the top of the arc for Richardson. Driving to the right elbow. Jump stop, kick back. And now come back to the near side. They throw the triangle pass. Zapawa has a double team. Shot clock down to 7. Cross-court pass. Akins steps into the jumper from 15. No good. Borovichinen clears the glass away for New Mexico. He wants to feed the post. They are going right into Junior Joseph each time. Back outside. And up to the top for Dent. Dead for Borovichinen, catch and shoot three. Got it. 7-0 New Mexico on top.
What a great start for New Mexico. It was really good action. Feed the post, get it back outside. Donovan Dent draws two. Open Borovichinen.
Kohler inside half court. You're going to get a foul call on Fears. Fears was hanging on and again trying to deny that pass to a ball handler. Or I should say, check that. He was fouled while they were trying to pass the ball to Fears by Washington. They are all over that first pass, aren't they?
True Washington's trying to act as if he didn't foul him. He was draped all over Fears.
They are not letting that pass go. They're denying again. Richardson finally gets it. And now goes far side to Kohler. Richardson with the dribble alive. 10 left to shoot. Dribbled around top of the arc. Got a man on him. Throws back behind. Kohler fake the three. Take down the right side. Here comes a double team. Throw to the top. One touch near side. And the three-point jumper. No good for Akins. Rebound down to Michigan State. They get another try. Richardson steps into a three. That's no good. Tapped rebound. Borovichinen comes down with it. And the Lobos with a 7-0 lead will try to expand.
So far, New Mexico matching toughness and physicality.
Amsiel driving into the lane. Gets cut off there. They'll bring it back out to the top. Showing patience back into the hands of Donovan Dent. Dent with the dribble. Bounce pass, far side. Washington three, no good. And the rebound down to Richardson. Michigan State can run now. Great bounce pass ahead. And Kohler lays it home. Little first points of the game for the Spartans.
Jace Richardson had Jaden Akins up the left side. He kind of looked away to Akins and it opened up the pass to Kohler inside.
A lot of activity in the half court on both sides. Junior Joseph left block, and apparently as he was trying to back his way in, he turned the basketball over, carried it. You don't see the call very often, but that's a Lobos turnover.
In the Mountain West, Junior Joseph's going to see a lot of doubles against Michigan State, considering the amount of size and bodies they can throw at him. It's likely going to be single coverage. Got to be careful not to let your offense get stagnant by just going inside.
Michigan State has already made a change in the lineup. Holloman now into the ball game. He had himself a good game on Friday. Cooper is also checked in. Holloman. One touch for Kohler. Now Akins on a pick and roll to Kohler. Kohler went hard to the glass, but he got stopped, and the shot is no good. Washington trots into the forecourt for New Mexico. Bounce to the top. Borovichinen hands back behind, and they will be deliberate again in the offense. Coming up on 16 minutes left to go in the first half. Washington in the corner. Shot clock down toward 10. Left-handed dribble into the lane. Shot fake. Now shot up. It's blocked away. Ball comes back down. Amsiel with three. He got it. Wow. 10-2. New Mexico on top.
Another good defensive possession and got the block at a stop, but it goes out to Amsiel. He just catches and fires.
A lot going right for the Lobos. 4 of 6 from the floor. 2 of 3 on three-pointers.
Their defense has been terrific to start. Hard hedges on ball screens been really disruptive.
Akins driving. Kicks to Kohler. Left baseline. 2 men on him. Goes cross-court to Richardson. Touch once. Far side. Holloman nails a three-pointer. Stands and poses a bit. He was 4 for 5 from beyond the arc here on Friday, and he gets his team back within 5.
Yeah, he gave him great energy, but nobody gave him as much energy as the guy about to check in is Cohen Carr.
Driving is Dent. His shot up, no good. Cooper clears the glass, and Michigan State looking to run. They get it ahead to Akins. Driving, Euro step, shot. Good, he got it.
So dangerous in transition. Jaden Akins, good body control. Euro stepped from the left side all the way to a finish on the right.
Then a 5-0 run now for Michigan State. Back to within 3. Junior Joseph down on that left block, fighting with Cooper, gets inside him and lays it home. First quick step to get around the defender, but Michigan State running. Akins catches a long pass, dish for Cooper, and a lay-in is good.
Once again, the Richard Pitino fully aware of the way they want to push the ball up, throw ahead, but you really don't know until you face it. And I think it's something that New Mexico is going to have to adjust to.
We thought this one could be fun. Get your popcorn ready here in these first few minutes. Junior Joseph, far side. Donovan Dent feeds the inside. Now they reverse the basketball. Amsiel with 10 to shoot. Spins into the lane. One-handed right-hand shot is good. Amsiel showing great skill, puts the lead back to 5.
The best thing he did after making that shot is he took the outlet pass away from Trey Holloman, slowed down the offensive attack.
Some guys dragging a little bit. We are long past the scheduled timeout. 13:52 to go here in the first half. Holland driving, shot is up, and it's high off the glass and good.
I'll tell you, you mentioned that. The stretch we've had, 6+ minutes of straight play, which I love, good flow in basketball. That favors Michigan State, the much deeper team.
They've hit their last 4 shots. They're within 3. On a drive, Dent. Left elbow, throws back through near side for Amsiel, driving underneath. Right-handed shot is good again. He is having himself a first half. 16-11 now. And they're going to get a reach-in foul called on Borovichinen. That might have just bring us to a stop and play. You got some tons sagging out as both teams are going to their benches. There is a timeout on the court sponsored by Rocket. Own the dream. 13-17 to go first half of play. And a quick start for the number 10 seed New Mexico. They lead Michigan State 16-11. For the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network, this is the men's basketball tournament.
At CertaPro Painters, we know that a happy place comes in many colors, like ones that inspire a sense of wonder, or a new flavor that makes life just a little bit sweeter, or one to celebrate those moments that lift you to new heights. At home or at work, we'll make your happy place your own. CertaPro Painters, that's painting happy. We proudly use Sherwin-Williams paint.
Feels like home.
Traveling in basketball? Bad move. Traveling the world? Great move. Wherever the road takes you, Best Western is your place to take a time out and catch your breath. Because every team needs a place to regroup. Life's a trip. Make the most of it at Best Western. Book direct and save at bestwestern.com.
I used to lack confidence until I shopped for a used car with Carfax. With Carfax, I was able to pause for the facts. I saw all the facts, like millions of cars, reported vehicle histories, and found the best values. Thanks to Carfax, I had the confidence to shop like a pro. Facts. A pro car shopper who feels like a winning ping pong champion. Facts. A ping pong champ whose legendary story is now a blockbuster movie. Facts. Starring me, Little Miss Confident. Yeah! Facts. Sorry, you get it. Shop the all-new Carfax.com.
Chumba Casino is now partnering with 2311 Racing. Chumba is always free to play, no purchase necessary. Find hundreds of online social casino games like bingo, solitaire, and slots, with new games dropping weekly. Grab your free daily login and welcome bonus with a chance to redeem amazing prizes. Play for free today at ChumbaCasino.com. It's time to cha-cha-cha-cha-chumba. Available only to players in the U.S., excluding Washington, Michigan, Montana, Connecticut, and Nevada, and Canada, excluding Quebec. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Let's check each team's tournament resume, sponsored by Monster.com. Monster.com helps you slam dunk the job search and make your next career move. Monster.com provides great coaching, millions of job openings. Get off the bench and go to Monster.com today. Michigan State won 13 straight games from the end of November to the end of January. Then they lost 3 of 4, but they had an 8-game win streak into the Big Ten tournament with their loss in the semifinals. 13 quad 1 wins this year, third most in the country. Lobos of New Mexico, well, they won the Mountain West for the first time in the regular season since 2013. 27 wins on the season.
Really good seasons for both teams, and I actually think this is one of the better matchups of this round.
16-11, New Mexico in the lead. They are shooting 70% in these opening minutes. We come back to play. Cooper loses the basketball, and now the Lobos want to run 2 on 4. That's not good numbers. So Nolan pulls it back out again and gets it to Dent, the point guard. Back to Nolan. He'll triangle pass it down onto the left block to Junior Joseph. He wants to go against Cooper, backing him in, kicking out. Dent steps left, shot up, no good. Fight for the rebound, and it's going to be an over-the-back ball on Nelly Junior Joseph.
Nelly Junior Joseph has to be careful. He is really important in this matchup. Michigan State's going to send about 3 or 4 bigs his way. He's going to have to work on offense, work on defense. The hard hedge could really wear him down. He's got to make himself available for as many minutes as he can play.
That's his first foul. Team's third here in the opening minutes. 12:35 to go first half. Driving is Fears, and Fears has it knocked away. And now the ball on the end line, sprawling. We've got a pair of players. I thought it last touched Cooper, but the officials disagree, and they say it's off Washington. Michigan State's going to keep it.
Cooper kind of dove through the legs, but it's a loose ball.
Yep. Last touch Washington's shoulder. Got a good look at it on the replay on the baseline camera.
I think most people trust you.
I'm not sure I trusted me on that at all.
I think I'm the one that needs to remind people that we're looking at a monitor.
Here's Spears with the left-hand dribble. Gets it down low. Holloman shot. Missed the rim. He threw it hard off the glass from good position, but it was challenged. And the rebound down to the Lobos.
Nelly Jr. Joseph, a good challenge, going chest up, not picking up a foul.
Omseal driving left baseline. Kicks to Junior Joseph. 12-footer, no good from the left of the lane. Fears down with the rebound. Here come the Spartans. Par in the ball game now after that timeout. Kicks back behind for Fears. They come back to the near side, and Fiddler on the drive gets fouled. He's going to go to the free throw line when we come back after another timeout on the floor.
Smart drive by Fiddler going right at Nelly Jr. Joseph, who's not only is tired, but does have one foul.
His foul call, though, and the contact was made by Nolan, who'll pick up the personal. Free throws coming for the Spartans when we come back. A trip to the Sweet 16 on the line here in Cleveland. 11:54 to go first half of play. It's New Mexico 16, Michigan State 11. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
Did you know your skin is the largest organ of your body? Huh? That's why you should shower with Old Spice Super Hydration Body Wash instead of plain old bar soap. Love your skin by super hydrating it with vitamin B3 and glorious notes of vanilla and shea. Did you know that my super hydrated skin is the second largest organ of my body? The first is my heart. Old Spice. Men have skin too. Old Spice Super Hydration Body Wash. 24/7 renewing moisture. With daily use.
Your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. With Indeed Sponsored Jobs, your post jumps to the top of the page for relevant candidates so you can reach the people you want faster. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs posted directly on Indeed have 45% more applications than non-sponsored jobs. Plus, with Indeed Sponsored Jobs, there are no monthly subscriptions, and you only pay for results. Start at Indeed.com/credit.
You know what I love about spring? It's a season of change, and that means it's time for a closet refresh. Enter Kohl's. With the extra 15% off they have going on, I saved on the latest styles for my entire family, like a cute dress for myself, linen shorts for my husband, and spring jackets for my kids. Just add sunshine and we're set. All thanks to Kohl's. Select styles, some exclusions apply. 15% offer ends March 23rd. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
Whether you're shaping up a small yard or tackling serious acreage, Steel, walk-behind, zero-turn, and stand-on mowers are built to get the job done. Shop online or at your local Steel dealer. Steel, let's go mow. Available at participating dealers.
It's time for basketball, and right now, Uber Eats has deals on McDonald's, Popeyes, Pizza Hut, Wendy's, and hundreds more local favorites. So you can keep your eyes on the ball and your hands on a hamburger. Get game day deals now, only on Uber Eats. Product availability varies by region. See app for details.
He's on it. He's on it.
Scott Graham, John Crispin here in our Granger broadcast position in Cleveland. For the ones who get it done, there's Granger, offering professional-grade products for all industries. Fast delivery, free technical support. Call clickgranger.com or just stop by. Getting closer by end of the night tonight, the Sweet 16 will be set. Both these teams vying for a position in Atlanta to take on the winner of the Ole Miss-Iowa State game. It's 16-11, New Mexico on top, 11:54 left to go here in the first half.
He said a little bit of fool's gold there in the 7-10 start. That's not how the entire game's going to go. It just doesn't work that way. It's not that easy. New Mexico, you got to watch the legs. Watch the fitness over 40 minutes because Michigan State, they're going to play a ton of bodies. They're going to continue to attack in transition. They're going to start getting on the offensive glass. The hard hedging from New Mexico on ball screens has been great. It's been effective and disruptive, but it is something that can really wear guys like Nelly Jr. Joseph down.
Frankie Fiddler, the senior transfer from Omaha, very good free throw shooter, hits on the first. He hits him at 88% on the year. He had 6 points and 6 boards in that win over Bryant here on Friday night. Fiddler actually started the first 7 games of the season for the Spartans. Hits on the second. 16-13. And Fiddler will lead the game as Jace Richardson returns for Michigan State.
Fiddler played a whole 1 minute in that rotation.
Onseal underneath the basket. They take it out to the top for Junior Joseph, now set up in the high post. He hands off for Borovichinen. Back to Junior Joseph, 2-man game on the left side. Back up to the top for Dent. 9 left to shoot. Dent driving, shot up, good. First time that he really has been aggressive going to the basket. Fears right back down the floor again. And a long 3 from Holloman on the left side is no good. Rebound down to Borovichinen. 5-point lead in the ball for New Mexico.
Good job by New Mexico getting on the glass there. Quick shot transition. That's where Michigan State does a lot of damage on the offensive side.
Onseal gives it off to C.J. Nolan. He was good from 3 in the first half on Friday. Spinning into the lane. His shot is good.
She's making everything. They're not easy shots either.
20-13. Lead back to 7 now for New Mexico. Under 11 to play here in the first half. And now a near steal. They almost take it away from Fears, but he holds the basketball. Bounce pass, and Holloman fouled in the lane on his way up. Or was it on his way up? Onseal called for the foul, and they are going to give him a shooting foul. And Richard Pitino heartily disagrees with Tony Chiazza.
I think he used a different word, but you described it well.
Later on, we'll select the smart coaching move of the day, sponsored by O'Reilly Auto Parts. Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast with the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Trey Holloman, the junior out of Minneapolis, first free throw is no good. That's 5 fouls now in New Mexico, just 1 on Michigan State.
Oh, we've seen in the past that tends to get corrected. The issue is Michigan State plays so fast on the offensive end, so they get a defense chasing. That's why they earn the fouls they get.
Holloman 1 out of 2 as he makes the second. He'll come out. Jaden Akins will return for Michigan State. 20-14, New Mexico on top. 10:40 left to go here in the first half in Cleveland. New Mexico attacking the basket on our right. Junior Joseph kicks back out, gets it right back again. Working on Kohler, got the shot on the rim. It's no good. And Carr, the rebound for Michigan State. They slide it ahead. Carr driving, shot, no good. He traveled before contact.
I think he traveled during contact.
I think he traveled straight on through it. He wasn't expecting that pass at all.
No, it's not. As a guard, you have to be reading the defense. You can't put him in a bad situation like that.
If you count the drag, that was 4 steps.
Yes.
Here's Dent back the other way off the turnover. Foul line throws through far side. Nolan to 3, too long. And all by himself for the rebound, Jackson Kohler for Michigan State. Spartans into the forecourt, trailing by 6 as we cross 10 minutes to go in the half. Kohler got a good bounce pass, and it went right through his hands. Jaden Akins had that ball come up right where Kohler needed it. Took his eyes off it briefly, and it went out of bounds.
And a good sub here, Richard Pitino getting Nelly Junior Joseph out of the game. He was late and looked tired on that hedge. That's why Kohler was open, just couldn't handle the pass.
Ali Atiki now into the game for New Mexico, playing that spot in the middle, not quite as thick in that middle. He does catch the ball inside, though, and lays it home. Second burst save is the first, an 8-point lead for New Mexico.
Donovan Dent setting that one up. Good ball screen action. He drags it out, brings 2 defenders with him, finds the open man.
9.5 left first half. Here's Carr, who's been quiet so far. Shovels back behind for Akins. Akins throws through. Richardson, right corner 3. Too strong. Tapped rebound is going to be covered by Richardson. And his shot from in close, also no good. Finally, the rebound ripped down. And Dent running the floor, hits on a floater. Look at this. It's a 10-point lead for New Mexico. Milicevic got the rebound, went quickly to Dent, who ran the floor. Double-digit lead for the Lobos. Better than 4 minutes since the last Michigan State field goal. Here's Fears driving in, and he is fouled by Ali Atiki. Wow.
Yeah, they're doing everything right. If anything, right now, if you're New Mexico, you do have to be cautious of some foul trouble. They don't have that depth. But offensively, they've actually been playing the game the way they want it played. Everybody getting involved, too.
Get good at money so you can be a little bad. Invest well at Empower.com. Here's Fears, first one up, and it's no good. Maryland just beat Colorado State 72-71. Derek Queen, a jumper at the buzzer to win it for the number 4 seed.
He's had a really special season. I mean, he comes from that Montverde team. It's just loaded. Cooper, Flag on that group, amongst too many others for a high school team.
Here's second, no good. Rebound ripped down by True Washington. The Lobos a 10-point lead in the ball as Donovan Dent trots it across half court. Crossover on the dribble. Now he'll take it down into the lane. Travel. Foul line jumper, no good. And you get a foul call on the rebound. It's going to be on Carson Cooper for pushing off on Ali Atiki.
Ali Atiki was able to get the advantage down low from a position standpoint because of Donovan Dent's ability to work that ball screen and just keep Cooper with him. Ali Atiki held his ground.
Lobos inbound from the baseline. Milicevic makes the catch up on top and hands off into the hands of Washington. Washington thought about a 3. Now gets it down to Milicevic in the lane. In traffic, nothing there. Back to Dent, all the way out by half court. Shot clock down to 5. Dent with the dribble, right side, and throws it away. Holloman stood in the passing lane and picked it off. On the turnover, here come the Spartans. Holloman, no one to pass to. Now finally gets it to Cooper in the high post. Handed off to Richardson. Return pass to Cooper, knocked away over the sideline. It's going to stay Michigan State's way when we come back. How about this? In 12-plus minutes of basketball, the Spartans have been held to 14 points. And the Lobos of New Mexico are playing their game here in Cleveland. 7:57 to go till halftime. It's New Mexico, the 10 seed, 24. Michigan State, the 2 seed, 14. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today?
I need new rotors.
When you buy 2 Duralast rotors during our spring sale, you get Duralast brake pads free.
Free?
With the rotors.
Oh, that's great. What if I need extra stopping power?
You can upgrade to Duralast Gold pads for just $10.
So,
What's up, insiders, basketball fans all over the world? Thank you so much for hanging out with us today during March Madness. Oh man, we're having so much fun. We've got streams going for every single game of the tournament. We're tracking our brackets. It's a lot of fun in the chat. Please chat it up. Hit that like button down below and share this link out. That's going to be the best way to bring more basketball fans here to the chat. And we're already seeing thousands of fans come into the first stream of 16 on Thursday. I'm going to let Joe take it home. We appreciate you being here.
This is Joe Bowen, the voice of the Toronto Maple Leafs. So like, subscribe, and share, because every click impacts SickKids' mission to heal the future.
In your bathroom, water in the sink's overstaying its welcome. You're spitting today's toothpaste on top of yesterday's toothpaste. You hope that it go away. Yeah, clogs don't just go away. I make them go away. I'm Green Gobbler, the only clog dissolver you need. I'm bleach-free, safe for your pipes, and I work. Guaranteed or your money back. 'Cause I never met a clog that was gonna unclog itself. Green Gobbler. Let the gobbler get it.
7:57 to go in the first half. 24-14 for the number 10 New Mexico Lobos over Michigan State. Time for the Coles fact of the game. From 2017 through last year, only one number 10 seed advanced to the Sweet 16. That was Miami in 2022. In the 20 years prior to that, 1997 to 2016, 19 different number 10 seeds reached the Sweet 16. What changed? Who knows? It's the fact of the game, sponsored by Kohl's. Make this spring a stylish one with on-trend looks for every occasion when you shop at Kohl's and Kohl's.com, where families come first.
I'm just glad you didn't turn and say, John, what changed? I'm like, I don't know. Like parody and other things we start saying in March.
Michigan State, Tom Izzo is 3-0 playing a 2 versus 10 game. Their average margin of victory is almost 19 points. They are on the wrong side of a 24-14 score as they inbound now. We come back from timeout.
He also told us he felt some of his best teams were the ones that were 7 seeds or more. They seem to play the best in March.
He does like this team a lot, though.
He does, and there's reasons why. It's identity, it's the culture they have. They're considerate of one another. They're a good team. I'm talking about connectedness and togetherness.
See what they do out of the timeout, down by 10. Fiddler on the outside right, driving into the lane with a left-hand dribble. Got his man in the air. Great backdoor cut and pass as Fiddler finds Akins for a two-fisted jam.
Fiddler sitting down in the post and using a ball fake to get the defense up. Jaden Akins made the right cut, and they found him.
Let's see if that lights the spark. Spartans fans are now standing behind the Michigan State bench. Washington hands off to Dent. Dent always looks unflappable. Throws far side. Washington driving in, lost the basketball. Atiki dives on top of it to save the possession. And now Washington beating the shot clock. Got a shot from the corner on the rim. It wouldn't fall. Michigan State down with the basketball. Spartans moving ahead. Fiddler in the lane. Throws through. Far side Richardson. Three-pointer from the left corner. No good. And the rebound down to Amsil for New Mexico. They slide it ahead quickly. How about this? Borovichinen gets fouled by Cooper on his way to the basket. The shot no good, but free throws coming now for the Lobos. March Madness coming to a court near you. Experience it live as the nation's best college basketball teams compete for a chance to cut down the nets. Secure your seats today at ncaa.com/MPB tickets.
Tom Izzo and his staff were furious that they got beat with a little of their own medicine, pushing that thing ahead. Borovichinen getting out running the wings.
Borovichinen first free throw around and no good. Transfer from Arizona. Played 34 games off the bench over 2 seasons for the Wildcats. He's been a contributor with this team all year long. Career high 18 points at Boise State back on the 19th of February.
Colin Carr checks back in. At some point, he's got to be able to influence this game as he did against Bryant the first round.
He hits on the second. 9-point game, 25-16. New Mexico on top. 6:45 to go till halftime. Alleman running the point right now. On the outside, takes the handoff. Throws cross court. Fiddler wide open three-pointer from the left corner, no good. Fight for the rebound. It's down on the floor, still on the floor. Scrambling around for the basketball. If you're going to get held ball, possession arrow belongs to Michigan State. That was Carr. It almost looked like he was fighting himself.
Because of the hard hedges, Michigan State's getting open shots on those cross-court skip passes. Long closeouts. They just haven't been able to find a rhythm from three. Right now, 1 of 7 from the three-point line. They've gotten good looks.
Spartans will inbound. Baseline far side. Holloman Keene the inbound. Looking for a cutter. Gets it to Aiken. Shot fake off the inbound. Throw to the top, and Holloman will reset him. Around his screen, he goes to the foul line. Kicks out for Carr. Carr knifing in. Shot is good. First time we've seen the explosion from Cohen Carr. 25-18. 7-point lead for New Mexico. Here's Dent. Crossover dribble. Drive. A shot blocked by Fiddler. And Michigan State brings it across. Fiddler takes the pass, driving into the lane. Throw back behind. Wide open three from the top. Holloman couldn't hit it. And the rebound taken down by Nelly Jr. Joseph in New Mexico.
Frankie Fiddler's actually been really good out there on the floor, defensively and offensively, creating an opportunity on the drive and kick there. Just couldn't get three to go.
He's had great energy. Amsil going to work against the double team, finds Washington. Washington working on Fiddler, crossover dribble into the lane, and he is fouled by Fiddler and hits the deck hard. Back by the basket support. Couple of free throws coming now for True Washington.
Michigan State, I'm just going to say, we call them clappable misses. When you do everything right, you get a good look. Even though it doesn't go in, you got to continue to shoot those with confidence.
True Drew Washington, a 64% shooter. Honorable mention, all Mountain West this year. He's got 14 siblings. Oh, wow. First one is on the way. No good. So he's used to hitting the deck, I'm sure.
Good Lord, that's a lot.
Check the attendance, sponsored by Uber Eats. Uber Eats is delivering game day deals from hundreds of your local favorites all week. Order now on Uber Eats. Product availability varies by region. See app for details. 19,432 in attendance. Good crowds for both sessions here in Cleveland.
I've got 3, and I often feel like we're drowning.
Next one is good for Washington. 26-18, 8-point game. 5.5 left to go first half. Richardson driving to the foul line. Hands back behind. Holloman's got a lot of time in this first half. Gets it for Zapawa, who also is getting extended time. They get it to Richardson. Now Holloman left corner. Steps into a 10-footer. Too strong. And the rebound down to Omseal. They just cannot buy a bucket right now.
They're getting good looks. They're running things well. They're adjusting to what the defense is taking away.
Washington, a 3 the other way. No good. Zapawa comes down with a rebound for Michigan State. Fast drive once again from Jeremy Fears, who seems to have one speed, and he is fouled as he gets to the foul line. C.J. Nolan called for the foul by New Mexico. Scott Graham, John Crispin here at our Grainger broadcast position in Cleveland. Gain a winning edge for your business with Grainger. Get fast delivery of industrial-grade supplies to help keep your operations going when you call 1-800-GRAINGER or click Grainger.com. Welcome those of you just joining us across our network. 5:02 to go first half. And the number 10 seed, New Mexico, is hanging on to a lead as they have throughout most of the half. 26-18 right now.
A little argument as to whether that was a foul or not over there. Does it seem pretty obvious to you? Just transition, chasing the play. C.J. Nolan trying to be aggressive, but ran right through Jeremy Fears.
Yeah, Fears looked like he ran into a brick wall.
He did.
He's got a 1-and-1. First one is up and good. Jeremy Fears, the redshirt freshman, shoots it at 75%. We watched him a couple of games here. He gets the ball in the backcourt, and in the blink of an eye, he's at the foul line or inside of it.
Well, they have Richardson, Holloman, and Fears on the floor at the same time. Those guys are going to push, and then watch out for Cohen Carr.
Second free throw is good. Here comes the crowd for Michigan State. 26-20, New Mexico on top. Under 5 left to play here in the first half. New Mexico's missed their last 4 shots. Dent holding right in front of us on the near side of the floor. Point guard still with the dribble, throws it back through near side. Omseal wants a 3. He got it. Right over the top of Carr. 29-20, New Mexico by 9.
It just seems as if New Mexico's making every shot. A great start.
Holloman drive into the lane, throws an alley-oop. Carr catches, comes down, gathers, and lays it in. Timing wasn't right for a dunk, and Carr knew it. And now Tom Izzo pumping his team into play and defense.
He is calling for a stop, but it's been tough shot making from the Lobos.
Up on top, give and go, and Dent is fouled by Richardson.
Okay, Dent just did that. Brilliant play by Dent. He went to make the cut, and he actually grabbed Jace Richardson's arm, kind of pulled him into him and cut by him. Smart, heady play. As much as you hate that when you're playing against it, you can appreciate that kind of savvy trick.
Savvy trick, dishonest, whatever you want to call
it is. Ain't cheating, you ain't trying, right?
Well, Dent got his foul, and now he gets his inbound into Junior Joseph up on top. Back into the hands of Dent. Going to work again, driving into the lane, kicking out. Omseal drives right side of the lane, nothing there. And a kick ball as he tried to shovel it down low for Nelly Junior Joseph. Ball went off the foot of Shimon Zapawa. And that is going to bring us to a timeout. There'll be 9 left to shoot for the Lobos when we come back. The number 10 seed trying to make it to the Sweet 16 for the first time in school history. They've got a 7-point lead, 29-22. 4 minutes to go till halftime. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
Your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. With Indeed sponsored jobs, your post jumps to the top of the page for relevant candidates so you can reach the people you want faster. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs posted directly on Indeed have 45% more applications than non-sponsored jobs. Plus, with Indeed sponsored jobs, there are no monthly subscriptions, and you only pay for results. Start at Indeed.com/credit.
When the grass starts growing, it's time to...
Hey, you! Yeah, you! This is Joe Bowen, the voice of the Toronto Maple Leafs. Are you checking your bracket during the commercial break like the rest of us? Thanks for chatting it up and enjoying this March Madness live hangout with us. So why...
Hey, thanks for joining us. We really appreciate you being here. Please take a second, hit that subscribe button, and turn on the bell so you don't miss it when we go live for every single college basketball game of March Madness. Every single game. Speaking of which, I've got to start that next stream right now. We'll see you back in the chat. Good luck to your team.
/gold. Investing involves risk. 3% match requires Robinhood Gold $5 a month for 1 year from first match. Must keep funds in IRA for 5 years. Go to Robinhood.com/boost. Robinhood Financial LLC member SIPC. Gold membership is offered by Robinhood Gold LLC.
It's time for basketball. And right now, Uber Eats has deals on McDonald's, Popeyes, Pizza Hut, Wendy's, and hundreds more local favorites. So you can keep your eyes on the ball and your hands on a hamburger. Get game day deals now, only on Uber Eats. Product availability varies by region. See app for details.
To win in basketball takes a can-do spirit. So shave with Barbasol and inspire your team. Raise that red, white, and blue can and yell, "We can do this." If it doesn't work, you still got a great shave. Barbasol, it's a can of can-do.
Fans, you can listen to every minute of the NCAA men's tournament on Alexa. Just ask your device to open Westwood One Sports. You'll be able to select the game you want to hear or get access to our March Madness Mix channel. 4 minutes to go till halftime, 29-22. The number 10 seed New Mexico leading the number 2 seed Michigan State. You know, John, Tom Izzo made it to the second weekend of the tournament for 7 straight years from 2008 to 2015, but only once in this decade.
Yeah, it's been different, right? He's had a lot of talent, but he hasn't been able to keep a lot of guys here consistently. This is a different group, and I think he feels a certain responsibility with this group to take it as far as he can.
Off the inbounds, a blocked shot for Zapawa. And quickly running it out as Michigan State as Akins lays it home. That's exactly what the Spartans needed, back within 5 now.
Well, I think this last 3:45 here is really important for both teams. What type of energy are you going to take into the locker room?
Passing around the perimeter for New Mexico. Ellie Jr. Joseph, right at the top of the circle, back into the reliable hands of Donovan Dent. Out near half court, still with the dribble alive, working on Richardson. Shuttles back behind for Amsiel. Amsiel. He is down to the right block, into the lane, fighting, making space. Shot is no good. It doesn't matter. He didn't get it off in time. It's going to be a shot clock violation and a turnover on New Mexico.
And a score here from Michigan State feels like the energy's starting to shift. This is a heavy Michigan State crowd, and the crowd is finally up on their feet. They're ready to start seeing shots fall.
Just the third turnover here in the first half for the Lobos. Fears with the dribble alive. Richardson is yet to get going. Out past the hash mark. He'll drive into the paint. Running one-hander is up. No good. It tickled the rim and fell away. Carr got the offensive rebound. Here comes Fears on the drive. Dishing, nobody there. So he'll take it back again. Drive into the lane again. Shot vacant. Traffic shot up, no good. And the rebound tapped out. Controlled calmly by Donovan Dent.
Tell you, New Mexico's starting to look tired on the defensive end. Really handsy. They got away with a couple.
Ellie Jr. Joseph gets it down on the block, and Fears gunning for the steal. Creates a held ball situation. New Mexico is going to keep it with 16 left to shoot, but that was straight defensive energy that caused that tie-up.
It just feels like the energy shifted a little bit, and I think part of it is Michigan State's more fresh. Core group on the floor here for the Lobos, and they've had to not only play significant minutes, but just deliver some significant output to be where they are.
Some of it also might have to do with the timeout and what Tom Izzo had to say to his team in the huddle.
You think?
Off the inbound, Borovichinen up top, has it taken away. Richardson got it. Richardson driving. And what a great defensive recovery by True Washington. He not only stopped the basket, but saved it back off of Richardson. New Mexico's going to get the basketball back. That is a heroic defensive play.
I mean, Borovichinen was on the left. True Washington came from behind on the right side of Jace Richardson. He had his back to him. He didn't see it. And that was a good save. Good call.
What a super hustle play from True Washington. 2:24 left to play in the half. 5-point lead for New Mexico. They seem to be running in quicksand right now. Borovichinen, three-pointer. Shot no good. Rebound knocked out of bounds. Last touch New Mexico. It's going back to Michigan State.
Jackson Kohler in the game, and they like throwing it to him in the post. He's pretty much their back-to-the-basket post guy. Wouldn't be a bad idea to put a little pressure on Nelly Jr. Joseph for that one foul.
Michigan State trying to continue to apply pressure. A drive and a shot with the left hand by Trey Holloman. Michigan State now their closest. Since it was 16-13, we got a three-point game and a timeout called for by Richard Pitino. He knows his team right now is hanging on physically until we get to halftime.
And a really good read by Trey Holloman. They're hard hedging, so deny the screen. He attacked baseline. Help was not there.
2:01 to go till the break. 29-26 New Mexico. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
This is the story of the One. As a quality technician in a food processing center, she knows that making the right call is the best way to avoid a recall. That's why she trusts Grainger's world-class supply chain to deliver the high-quality supplies she needs to help keep her production line, her equipment, and her customers happy and healthy. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. With Indeed sponsored jobs, your post jumps to the top of the page for relevant candidates, so you can reach the people you want faster. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs posted directly on Indeed have 45% more applications than non-sponsored jobs. Plus, with Indeed sponsored jobs, there are no monthly subscriptions, and you only pay for results. Start at Indeed.com/credit.
And that is why many of the greatest feats of fandom require you to be on your feet. Any questions?
Professor, NCAA men's basketball is back. Are we ready?
You prepared to show up, show out, give it 110 from tip to the final buzzer? Oh, you're ready. March Madness. Attendance is encouraged. Passion is mandatory. Buy your seats today at ncaa.com/MVB tickets.
When the grass starts growing, it's time to get mowing with Steel. Whether you're shaping up a small yard or tackling serious acreage, Steel mowers are built to get the job done. Shop in-store or online for 0% financing and instant rebates on select Steel mowers. Steel, let's go mow. Available for limited time only at participating dealers while supplies last.
Let's check the tournament summary, sponsored by Marriott Bonvoy. Take your game day rituals on the road with Marriott Bonvoy. Over 30 hotel brands for every kind of fan. Explore more at MarriottBonvoy.com/NCAA. Sweet 16 closer to being set. 3 more spots left to go, including right here. So far, the SEC leading the way. No surprise there with 6 of the Sweet 16. Big 10's got 3. Big 12's got 3. ACC has 1. And this Big Ten team right here is on a 6-0 run right now. It's 29-26 New Mexico. Under 2 minutes to go in the first half. Out of the timeout called by Richard Pitino. His team looks like they're running out of gas a bit. Junior Joseph, head of the circle, holds the basketball. Backdoor cut for Dent. Dent, layup on the reverse side, no good. He was challenged by Holloman. Rebound down to Michigan State. They throw it ahead, and Akins jams it home. We've got a 1-point game.
Just tell the energy has shifted. It certainly has shifted in this building. Michigan State woke up. And as well as New Mexico's played, they do look tired.
The run now 8-0. 1:20 to go in the half. Along the outside, it is Dent. Throws far side. Into the hands of Washington. Washington for Junior Joseph, left block, spinning shot, wild shot, no good, but Kohler is going to get called for the foul.
I don't think that's a foul. That was a tired shot from Nelly Junior Joseph, who's been running up and down the floor. I've said it before. They're hard hedging ball screens. He's got to sprint back on defense to protect the rim, but then sprint up to defend ball screens. He's going to be gassed at the end of this one.
Nelly Junior Joseph, first team All-Mountain West this year. Shot is up, and it is good. Rattled around the rim and fell through. That stops, at least briefly, the 8-0 run. 5 points on the game for the big man. His second one is good. 31-28, three-point game, 1:10 to play in the half. Michigan State clearly the aggressor in these final minutes of the first half. Holloman driving shot on the way, blocked away by Junior Joseph, but a foul. Junior Joseph closed hard from behind and swatted it over the end line. It wasn't on the arm, it was on the body. And it means that Trey Holloman's going to the line with a two-shot foul for Michigan State.
Well, Michigan State's made the right adjustment. Trey Holloman did the same thing before. Deny the ball screen because Nelly Junior Joseph's hedging hard out top. He's got to sprint all the way down. He was just a step behind. That's why he picked up the foul.
Download the brand new Westwood One Sports app. Catch every minute of the men's and women's NCAA tournament anytime, anywhere. Don't be left out. Get the Westwood One Sports app today. First one is no good for Holloman. He was a 16-game starter for this team between November and February. 38 points in 2 games against Michigan this year. A Sweet 16 team. Holloman makes the second. 2-point game, 31-29, 1 minute even left here in this first half. Braden Applehans is checked into the game for the Lobos. And Dent, who doesn't seem to ever tire, comes to the near side for Applehans. Drive into the lane, might have traveled, no call. They get it back outside to Washington. Washington for Seal on the right block, and he's going to get called for an offensive foul. Fidler did a good job of selling it on the spin as he hit the deck. That offensive foul and turnover gives it back to Michigan State.
Well, if you want that call, don't sell the first contact. Sell the second contact. Once the offense creates that contact the first time, the official starts paying attention. The second hit, where you're trying to just root your way down, that's where you're going to pick up that foul. Good sell by Fidler. Can it be a sell job and a foul at the same time? A little bit of both?
Amsil was really trying to state his case to one of the officials.
I don't know who's ever won those arguments.
Perhaps he was laying the groundwork for the next time it happens. Michigan State's going to take a timeout as they come into the forecourt. Clock continues to run, so they're going to have to do something about that. But it was the use it or lose it timeout for Tom Izzo. He'll now talk it over with his players, and we'll go back and...
The clock is under review.
Yeah, the clock is under review because it kept running after a timeout.
Was that a bullhorn? Goodness.
Tonight's broadcast of the 2025 NCAA Men's Basketball Tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network is intended solely for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Any reproduction, retransmission, or other use of this broadcast without the express written consent of the NCAA and Westwood One is strictly prohibited.
That microphone is new to these officials. I feel like, you know when they come out and they test out the mic for the national anthem?
Yes.
Yes. I think the officials need to come out and test out how it's going to sound so we don't scream into it. I do like it, though.
Timeout happened at about the 38-second mark from what we're looking at. I think the officials are trying to decide. The clock right now says 33 and a tenth.
It's interesting because Stat Broadcast has their own, and it says 36.
This goes to show you there can be a lot of opinions on a subject, and it's possible none of them's right.
I think they're looking at when Trey Holloman actually touched the ball. He tried to let it go, so they had all the time to get it up. I don't know if it hit him at all. Very close. You know who's appreciating this right now? Everybody who's played for New Mexico. They are loving this extra little break. If I'm Richard Pitino, I'm doing the swizzle stick with my hand on. Every time there's a chance to review something, I will take that break because they are gassed, understandably so. And if you watch the tape against Bryant, you understand that's what happened to Bryant against Michigan State. They got tired.
Now, the ball did hit Holloman, it appears, in the backcourt on the leg as he was trying to let it roll. Now, if Tom Izzo was going to call a timeout, I'm not sure why he needed to do that at all, unless they were thinking 2 for 1. This is a long time for something that seems fairly insignificant.
I don't know if it hit him, but, depends which bias or which way I'm biased at this point. Wow. It's amazing how a couple seconds in the game is going to take 10 minutes to figure this out. And again, if I was Richard Pitino, I'd have these guys sit on the floor.
First game here tonight, Alabama.
After review, the game clock should be at 36.8, and the shot clock is 25.
All right. So there you go. So I was saying the first game tonight, Alabama, great job of grabbing control of their game against St. Mary's and never really letting go of it as they punched their ticket to the Sweet 16. In Newark on Thursday, in the East region, they'll take on BYU.
If you look at what hurt St. Mary's, it was three-point shooting. They struggled to shoot the ball from three-point line. And look at Michigan State right now, 1 of 8, 12.5% from 3. And they've gotten good looks.
Well, in Division I, they are 325th in three-point percentage. They're used to something like this, but generally it's getting offensive rebounds and putbacks. Back to play now after the timeout and finally getting the clock right. Holloman with the dribble. Side half court, shot clock down to 9. Game clock down to 20. Holloman still dribbling. Now picks it up. Akins up top. Three-pointer for the lead. Shot no good. Rebound taken down by Atiki. And now a last shot opportunity for the Lobos trying to guarantee a lead at halftime. Guess who's got it? Donovan Dent. Fadeaway jumper, no good. Rebound. Put back attempt on the way, no good. Borovichinen got it off in time, but came up short. And that is going to bring us to the end of, I got to imagine, an exhausting first half of basketball, at least for the guys wearing red.
If you're New Mexico, take your time, get back to the locker room, and sit down. Get some water, whatever it is you're drinking, take a break. They gave everything they had in that first. They're going to need even more in the second.
20 minutes of basketball to play for the right to go to the Sweet 16. Our halftime score, New Mexico 31, Michigan State 29. When we return, we'll head back to our Straight Talk Wireless studios for the halftime report. Need more data so you can stream your Jam Mix on loop? Switch to Straight Talk and get real unlimited data on a reliable 5G network. Straight Talk, available at Walmart or straighttalk.com. From the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network, this is the men's basketball tournament.
Meanwhile at Xfinity.
Okay, huddle up. Do you realize how many fans stream basketball? It's madness.
But real fans stream with Xfinity Internet.
Totally. We've engineered a super fast connection.
With reduced buffering and low lag.
'Cause making streaming better is what we do!
Josh?
Yeah!
Can we let go now? It's really not a huddle with two people.
Switch to Xfinity Internet and stream live sports from the best seat in the house. Bring on the good stuff. Restrictions apply. Not available in all areas. Actual speeds vary. Not guaranteed.
The beauty of a tournament cheat sheet is that someone else spent thousands of hours watching film and analyzing stats, so you didn't have to. When it comes to hiring for your small business, LinkedIn does the same thing with candidates. LinkedIn delivers the strongest hiring data and insights to help you identify the right candidates to make the best hiring decisions. Hire professionals like a professional on LinkedIn. Post your job for free at linkedin.com/SXM. That's linkedin.com/SXM. Terms and conditions apply.
Traveling in basketball? Bad move. Traveling the world? Great move. Wherever the road takes you, Best Western is your place to take a time out and catch your breath. Because every team needs a place to regroup. Life's a trip. Make the most of it at Best Western. Book direct and save at bestwestern.com.
I used to lack confidence until I shopped for a used car with Carfax. With Carfax, I was able to pause for the facts. I saw all the facts, like millions of cars, reported vehicle histories, and found the best values. Thanks to Carfax, I had the confidence to shop like a pro. Facts. A pro car shopper who feels like a winning ping pong champion. Facts. A ping pong champ whose legendary story is now a blockbuster movie. Facts. Starring me, Little Miss Confident. Yeah! Facts. Sorry, you get it. Shop the all-new Carfax.com.
Brad Heller in our Westwood One studios in Los Angeles. Halftime in Cleveland, New Mexico has led for basically the entire half, up by as much as 10. And the 10-seed Lobos up on the 2-seed Michigan State, 31-29. All right, let's check the tournament scoreboard, sponsored by MaintainX. MaintainX is the asset and maintenance app that brings your unplanned downtime to zero. Try for free at maintainx.com/MVP. That's maintain and the letter x.com/MVP. All right, where else to start but Maryland and Colorado State. Jalen Lake for the Rams hit a go-ahead three-pointer with 6 seconds to go. How would Maryland respond?
I think they're going to inbound to Rice.
Gillespie looking to throw it in. Gets it up top to Queen. Dribbling left. Big step down the lane. Runner for the win. Banked it in! He banked it in! He banked it in! And Maryland has won! Maryland is going to the Sweet 16! Derek Queen with a runner left of the lane. Banked it in! And for the first time since 2016, the Maryland Terrapins are going to the Sweet 16!
What a finish in Seattle. Ryan Radke, PJ Carlissimo on the call there. 72-71. Maryland is going to take on Florida coming up on Thursday in San Francisco. The Gators knocked out the two-time defending national champs 77-75, 23 for Walter Clayton Jr. Meanwhile, Ole Miss and Iowa State, the Rebels have been pretty much dominant. 63-42. Ole Miss in front with 12 minutes left to go. They're on their way to their first Sweet 16 since 2001. Oregon and Arizona, the former Pac-12 rivals, they're underway. The Ducks have a 13-4 lead about 5 minutes in there. It's their first ever tournament meeting. Alabama, 3 straight Sweet 16s as the Crimson Tide beat St. Mary's 80-66, holding the Gales to 34% shooting. Alabama, BYU, that'll be a shootout Thursday in Newark, New Jersey. Kentucky's first Sweet 16 since 2019. The Wildcats over Illinois 84-75. It's going to be an SEC matchup in Indy Friday, Kentucky and Tennessee. And Duke on to Newark, 89-66 over Baylor. Tyrese Proctor, 7 more threes. He scored 25. Duke will face the winner of Oregon in Arizona. New Mexico up 2 at the half on Michigan State, 31-29 in Cleveland. Coming up, we're going to relive some more of the best moments so far of the opening weekend. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
Something amazing is happening in education. Students are inspired and engaged. That's because school districts consulted with CDW, who designed modern classroom solutions with pre-configured HP devices, making learning more accessible, secure, and immersive. Now when students study topics like elephants, it feels like elephants are there with them. HP and CDW. Make amazing happen. Learn more at cdw.com/HPPSG.
Without maintenance teams behind the scenes, everything stops. Even the game. Lights, broadcast equipment, cooling. You ensure the assets that matter most work. MaintainX was built for professionals like you. A modern maintenance app that helps manage work orders, schedule maintenance, and track inventory. So keep the madness on the court, not in your operations. Try MaintainX free at maintainx.com/MVP. That's maintain and the letter x.com/MVP.
This is the story of the one. He's responsible for keeping a leading healthcare facility clean and safe. And he trusts Grainger's high-quality HVAC cleaning and safety products, combined with their world-class supply chain, to consistently deliver, ensuring he's covered inside and out, so he can focus on keeping his facility clean to help protect the health of everyone inside. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification.
This is the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network, your home for the national championships.
Yo, it's Jacob Passer from Off Campus on College Sports Radio. For full breakdowns of this game and more, tune in weekdays from 3 to 6 p.m. Eastern on Channel 84 or anytime on the SiriusXM app.
Welcome back to the Straight Talk Wireless Studios here in Los Angeles. I'm Brad Heller. Need more data so you can stream your jam mix on loop? Switch to Straight Talk and get real unlimited data on a reliable 5G network. Straight Talk available at Walmart or straighttalk.com. New Mexico leads Michigan State at halftime 31-29. And as we creep towards the end of the first weekend of the tournament, we like to relive all the moments that make this sporting event the best there is. Now, you already heard Maryland's buzzer-beating win against Colorado State. Hear more of the big shots, the near misses, the exhilaration, and the heartbreak on the road to the Final Four.
They have to go 94 feet. Simpson will inbound under his own basket. Pinedo pressures the ball. He throws a baseball right-hand pass, arcing toward the far free throw line. It's loose under the basket. Laid up and in by Knox. 7/10 of a second to go. Amar Knox gives Alabama State the lead, 70-68. Simpson with his right hand received a 90-foot pass, the length of the floor. It was knocked off 2, 3, 4 hands. Knox grabbed it on the left block. He laid it up and in, and Alabama State, with 7/10 of a second to go, leads 70-68 over St. Francis. Welcome to March.
Clemson with the ball down 4, 10 seconds to go. Front court Hunter, over to Zachary, got a launch. Banker 3, won't go. Loose, scrum, Hunter, drive, lays it in at the buzzer. It's not enough. McNeese with the upset. Let the March Madness begin. The Cowboys with their first ever NCAA tournament win. 5 seconds. 4. Magai pumps a 3 left wing. Off the iron. No good. Rebound Reuben Jones. And that'll do it. And Michigan survives a major scare from the number 12 seed. And the Wolverines claw their way into the second round of the NCAA tournament.
0.2 left. Mississippi State down by 3. Matthews fakes it to Hubbard, sends it to Hubbard, who will catch and heave from the midline. They'll wave it off. It would not have counted. And this long and winding road to start the day in the 8-9 game goes to Baylor. The Bears, 75-72. Capital S survive.
24 seconds to go. Vanderbilt down by 3 with the basketball. Huffman off for Edwards. Thought about a 3. Gets cut off. Now dribbling left side. Steps back. 3-pointer. No good. Rebound tipped. McLaughlin got a hand on it. Now it's loose on the floor. It's picked off the ground by Huffman.
No timeout.
7 seconds to go. Huffman throws out. McLaughlin a 3. Shot. No good. Rebound down to Ross. And that is the ball game. St. Mary's hangs on.
Inbound comes to Tanjay. Tanjay will bring it up with 10 seconds. Tanjay across the timeline with 8. Tanjay stands in the middle of the floor. Drives right side against Mawat Mag with 4 seconds. Forcing up a tough fadeaway. It won't go. Pulled by Keita, and that'll do it. For the first time since 2011, BYU is through to the Sweet 16. 79-76 Houston. Down to 11 seconds. Gonzaga out of timeouts. EK right wing. Handoff to Battle. Battle fumbled it. He's in the right corner. His shot is rejected by Francis. Down to 2 seconds. A whistle blows with 2.1. Caleb Battle was blocked on the perimeter, lost the ball, foul is called on Gonzaga with 2.1 left.
Where will the next great moment in this tournament come from? Maybe it'll come from Cleveland. New Mexico leads Michigan State 31-29 at halftime. Updating things out in Seattle, Oregon is off to a 21-7 start on Arizona in their first ever tournament meeting, 94th overall. Still 13 minutes to go in the first half, and Ole Miss up 20 on Iowa State midway through the second half there. Every game you can listen to on WestwoodOneSports.com, also the brand new Westwood One Sports app. The Lobos up 2 on the Spartans, 31-29. We're going to rejoin Scott Graham and John Crispin in Cleveland after this. From the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network, this is the men's basketball tournament.
Did you know that most adults with autism are unemployed and
Bubba Wallace here from 2311 Racing. Looking for fast fun? Go for a spin at Chumba Casino. Racing's fast, but Chumba takes it up a notch. Nothing beats the rush of those high-speed spins. Big thrills, daily bonus boost, action-packed games. Chumba's got it all to keep you in the fast lane. Ready to race? Let's Chumba. Hit stop at ChumbaCasino.com and play today.
Available only to players in the U.S., excluding Washington, Michigan, Montana, Connecticut, and Nevada, and Canada, excluding Quebec. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Pro Savings Days are back at Lowe's with limited time savings on the supplies pros need. Get up to 40% off select major appliances. Plus, save an additional $100 on every $1,000 you spend on select major appliances. And don't miss your chance to activate and earn 3 times the points on select DeWalt and Klein tools. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 3/28. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. See associate or Lowe's.com for more details on qualifying items.
Robinhood Gold members can now enjoy the VIP treatment, receiving a 3% IRA match on retirement contributions, a very handsome reward indeed. With Robinhood Gold, your annual IRA contributions are boosted by 3%. Plus, you also get 4% APY on your cash and non-retirement accounts. That's over 8 times the national savings average. The perks of the high net worth are now available for any net worth. The new gold standard is here with Robinhood Gold. To receive a 3% IRA boost on annual contributions, sign up at Robinhood.com/gold. Investing involves risk. Rates subject to change. 3% match requires Robinhood Gold at $5 a month for 1 year from first match. Must keep funds in IRA for 5 years. Go to Robinhood.com/boost. Over 8 times the national average savings account interest rate claim is based on data from the FDIC as of November 18th, 2024. Robinhood Financial LLC member SIPC. Gold membership is offered by Robinhood Gold LLC.
Michigan State here at halftime in Cleveland. Let's check the halftime stats sponsored by Barbasol. Barbasol shaving cream delivers a thick lather and close, comfortable shave for half the price of gels. Why pay more for a great shave? Choose Barbasol. On that first half, one of the things you need to know is that they started with 7 of their first 10, but New Mexico was 1 for their last 10 and didn't have a field goal in the last 4:41 of the half. Still, they shot 43% for that first half of play, which is just a tick better than the 42% for Michigan State. The Spartans 1 for 9 from three-point range. Mustafa Amzio led all scorers with 12 points in that first half. Trey Holloman had 9 coming off the bench to lead Michigan State, and Jaden Akins had 8. But you start taking a look at bench minutes. This is something that you have absolutely centered in on. 37 bench minutes for Michigan State in the first half, 14 for New Mexico.
Yeah, and add that up. The second half is exponentially more difficult, particularly when Michigan State doesn't have to take a breath. They just continue to keep their foot on the gas. It's going to wear this New Mexico team down. They're going to have to adjust a little bit what they're doing defensively.
That leads us to our second half keys, sponsored by Wago. Trust your game, trust your wiring with Wago Electrical Connectors. You're up at wago.com/hoops for your next electrical project.
I'm going to start with Michigan State, and it is absolutely hammer the accelerator. They need to turn it up a notch, take some quick shots, and really look to get on that offensive glass, because while it was preparation for New Mexico to get on the defensive glass in transition in the first half, when you get tired, you lose discipline. That's become the issue. So you have to test the discipline in the New Mexico defense, and then for New Mexico, you have to be willing to adjust what you're doing in your ball screen coverage, because you need Nelly Jr. Joseph on the floor as many minutes as possible. If he gets tired, a third foul could take him off the floor. He's too important, so you may have to be careful with how much you're hard hedging. So be ready to adjust to be able to maximize minutes on the floor for the guys you need if you're New Mexico and Richard Pitino.
That hard hedging we saw early, though, they did back off that later in the half.
They did, but also Trey Holloman did a good job denying a ball screen, going baseline, so you have to adjust to that. But if they're hard hedging early, you got to be careful with it.
Our halftime score, New Mexico 31, Michigan State 29. We'll have the start of the second half when we return. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
Confidence is knowing you're ready to handle whatever comes your way. That's what it feels like to take on your workday with Cintas. They make sure your AEDs are up to date, your fire extinguishers are tested and inspected, your floor mats are cleaned and delivered, and your workwear looks good, feels good, and is freshly laundered with the Cintas Apparel Plus program. So are you ready to take on today? Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
All power, zero compromise. Ego cordless outdoor power equipment features advanced lithium battery technology that exceeds the power and performance of gas without the noise, fuss, or fumes. From blowers and trimmers to mowers and pressure washers, one battery powers over 90 tools. No wonder it is the #1 rated brand in cordless outdoor power. Power beyond belief. Visit egopowerplus.com to learn more or to find an Ego retailer near you. That's egopowerplus.com.
Lowe's knows what makes SpringFest savings even better are member-only doorbuster deals. Right now, rewards members can save $40 on an Allen & Roth Chesler Gold faucet. Was $99, now $59. Plus, save $110 on a Cobalt 40-volt battery trimmer and blower combo kit. Was $279, now $169. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 3/24 while supplies last. Program subject to terms and conditions. Details at lowes.com/terms. Subject to change.
Without maintenance teams behind the scenes, everything stops. Even the game. Lights, broadcast equipment, cooling, you ensure the assets that matter most work. MaintainX was built for professionals like you. A modern maintenance app that helps manage work orders, schedule maintenance, and track inventory. So keep the madness on the court, not in your operations. Try MaintainX free at maintainx.com/MVP. That's maintain in the letter X.com/MVP.
Westwood One presents Great Moments in Tournament History.
March 26, 1979. Larry Bird's legend was starting to grow when he led undefeated Indiana State into the finals. But there he met his match in Irvin Magic Johnson.
Michigan State's ball from its own end zone. Johnson floats it in on the right side to Kelser. Kelser puts a move on, drives in, hands it off. Johnson open, lays it in. 34-23 equals the biggest lead in the ball game for Michigan State.
Two of Magic's game-high 24 points as the Spartans wound up winning 75-64 in what was the first meeting of many battles between the two future Hall of Famers. It's still the most watched contest in college hoops history and what many consider to be the game that put the madness in March. Larry versus Magic, another great moment in tournament history. I'm Kevin Kugler.
That Michigan State National Championship in 1979 came as a 2 seed. Spartans are 15-3 all time as a 2 seed in the NCAA tournament. They're a 2 seed this year. They trail by 2 as we get ready for second half action in Cleveland. New Mexico, a team that's never been to the Sweet 16, led throughout that first half. They're up 31-29 with 20 minutes of basketball left to go.
I wouldn't be surprised to see a little early chess from Tom Izzo. Nelly Jr. Joseph's got 2 fouls. He's been tired. They haven't really doubled down on the post. Also interested to see what lineup Tom Izzo starts with in the second half because it's often different than who started the game. If Jackson Kohler's in the post, I would play down low and see if you can pick up that third foul from Nelly Jr. Joseph because he has been tough down low and also good on the defensive end.
New Mexico wearing the traveling red with the white numerals and lettering. And the trim also blue on the outside. Michigan State is the 2 seed wearing the home uniforms. The white with the green trim. Michigan State in green across their chests with green numbers as well. Time now for the start of the second half, sponsored by Indeed.com. Stop struggling to get your job post seen on other job sites. Indeed's sponsored jobs feature helps you stand out and hire fast. Start at Indeed.com/credit. Jace Richardson, who struggled in that first half, and inbound the basketball as Michigan State will move from our left over to our right.
Going with Shimon Zapala and Cohen Carr in the front court.
This is the 11th time in the last 15 games Michigan State has trailed at halftime, 6-4 in the previous 10. So they know how to come back. They've got the basketball. Richardson trying to find his rhythm from the foul line. Fires down to the corner for Akins. Comes all the way back around once again to Richardson. 9 on the shot clock. For Fears, right side, foul line extended, dribbles back toward the top. Now drive into the lane. Pull up, kick back. Richardson, three-point jumper on the way. It missed badly. Long rebound, tapped back out. And Fears got fouled by Dent. Fears was picking up the loose ball near half court, and Dent didn't go for the ball. He went for Fears.
Fears actually had it and lost it, and it may have gone backcourt if Dent didn't touch him. Although I'm not sure it was ever possessed. It was tapped out, so he probably could have picked it up in the backcourt. Dent just grabbed Fears, and Fears sold it.
20 seconds put back on the shot clock, and Fears with the basketball in his hand. Finds the cutter, that's Richardson. On the left side, foul line extended. Zapawa now holds. Handing off to Fears. No pick and roll. They go back to the top. Carr, who started the second half, touches once. Shot clock's down to 2. They get it to Carr on the block. His shot no good. Zapawa, offensive rebound. The putback, that won't go. He got it again. Another putback. And that one finally falls.
That was Cohen Carr. Looked like it was close to being on the rim, but Cohen Carr got a hand on it to tip it in.
First tie since the opening tip. 31 apiece. Opening moments of the second half. Valley Jr. Joseph with the dribble along the outside. Picks it up. Gets it off for Donovan Dent. Dent driving right baseline. In traffic. Swatted away and saved. It was swatted by Carr. Saved by Fears. Now back to Carr as he drives down the lane, and he is fouled. Carr stepped over and sent it, it looked like, at the Lobos bench, but Jeremy Fears got there to save the basketball and start the fast break.
I think Carr blocked it with both hands, too. He did. It's just something a little bit more demoralizing when someone goes up and blocks it with 2. The next worst is when they just take it out of the air.
So Carr now at the free throw line, fouled on his way to the hoop. First one on the way, and it's good. First lead of the night for Michigan State. 32-31.
Felt like the first 3-4 minutes is really important here for New Mexico to keep their energy and spirits high.
Second one is up. That one is good. 33-31. The 2 seed back on top of the 10, and the fans wearing green are making noise. Junior Joseph, left block on the lane. Running through, shot, no good. It was on the rim, but fell just off. But Shimon Zapawa is going to get called for the foul. That means that Nelly Junior Joseph's going to the line.
I'm not sure if that was all Zapawa. I thought he was pretty straight up, maybe leaning a little into the body. I like them allowing the one-on-one with Zapawa.
Junior Joseph at the line tonight, 2 for 2. Misses on the first. Robin Hood Gold gets you a 3% boost on annual IRA contributions. The new gold standard is here. Sign up at robinhood.com/gold. Zapawa, who played 1 minute and 40 seconds, going to the bench.
That's unbelievable.
Jackson Kohler now in to replace him. Junior Joseph's second free throw is short. Both of those look like a tired player who's shooting them.
Sure does. You can just see it. And for Zapawa, he has no reason not to go all out.
Richardson throws through far side. 2-point lead in the ball for Michigan State. First 2 minutes of the second half. Kohler on the outside. Hands it off for Richardson. Driving to the foul line. Spinning in the lane. Gets it to Carr. Carr shot fake from the left block and all the way back out to the top. 5 on the timer. Here comes Fears driving into the lane. His shot up. No good. And a rebound down. Flat-footed, but Borovichinen came down with it.
Nelly Junior Joseph looks gassed. He's tried his best to cover ball screens and protect the rim, but he's going to get worn down.
Washington comes back to the near side. Dent will start the offense. Borovichinen now holds. Gets to Amzio up on top. Amzio with the dribble, kicks back, gets the return pass. 6 left to shoot. Now throws back to the top. Borovichinen thinks about the 3, leans into the shot. It's off the back iron, no good. Here comes Michigan State, a chance to run. Aikens driving down the lane. His shot is good. Look out below. Timeout called for by Richard Pitino. A 6-0 run, but the roof is caving in right now on the Lobos.
It escalates quickly with Michigan State. They get out and run. The crowd's up off their feet. This does feel like a home game for Michigan State.
There is a timeout on the court, sponsored by Progressive Insurance. You can save big when you bundle your auto, home, motorcycle, RV, or boat. Visit Progressive.com. Michigan State 35, New Mexico 31. For the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network, this is the men's basketball tournament.
At Meineke, doing car care right means easy payment plans. With multiple financing solutions, Meineke has options specifically designed for people with credit challenges. See your locally owned Meineke today for details on custom payment plans. Visit Meineke.com and schedule an appointment today. Each Meineke is independently owned and operated. Trust your key with Meineke. Meineke, doing car care right.
You can just move through life, or you can find the things that move you. It's your choice. Choose joy. Choose the road. Choose your shot. Take it. Choose to get in there. Choose your calling. Choose your path. Just choose. We craft cars for those who choose to do more than simply move. You know who you are. Mazda. Move and be moved.
I wake up.
The beauty of a tournament cheat sheet is that someone else spent thousands.
What's up, insiders, basketball fans all over the world? Thank you so much for hanging out with us today during March Madness. Oh man, we're having so much fun. We've got streams going for every single game of the tournament. We're tracking our brackets. It's a lot of fun in the chat. Please chat it up. Hit that like button down below and share this link out. That's going to be the best way to bring more basketball fans here to the chat. And we're already seeing thousands of fans come into the first stream of 16 on Thursday. I'm going to let Joe take it home. We appreciate you being here.
This is Joe Bowen, the voice of the Toronto Maple Leafs. So like, subscribe, and share, because every click impacts SickKids' mission to heal the future.
When use is directed. Spruce works differently by dehydrating the weave down to the roots. The 9-10 mark of the first half, New Mexico had its biggest lead of the game, 24-14. Since that time, they've shot 1 for their last 12. Michigan State on a run of 21-7 spanning halftime. They've got a 4-point edge now, 35-31 with 17-13 to go, and it doesn't feel that close right now, John.
No, it doesn't. I think we also have that recency bias that is we saw what happened Friday night. Bryant fought hard. They seemed to be in control of the game until they weren't.
What do the Lobos do now to see if they can get back some of that fire they started the game with? Here's Washington on the outside. On the left, shovels it down. Junior Joseph right to the basket, and over the top of Kohler, he banks it in.
He's been really good, and he's working as hard as anybody on the floor, particularly with having to cover so many ball screens and handoffs.
He's got 8 now. His team back within 2. Michigan State around the outside. Fears, foul line, shot fake. Shuffles it back behind into the hands of Akins. Now the entry pass stolen by Junior Joseph. They bounce it down to Kohler, and Junior Joseph got there. Alley-oop lay-in is good. Dent to Washington. We're tied at 35.
Great response out of the timeout. Just a bad angle pass from Jaden Akins trying to feed Kohler, and Junior Joseph got on the top side, got the steal, they got out and run.
Give the Lobos credit. They came out of the timeout and have turned it up a notch. Fears goes far side. They triangle pass it down to Kohler. Working on Junior Joseph. Left block into the lane. Shot fake. Turn around. Jump hook is good.
I really like doing that because they're not going to help. They're going to allow Junior Joseph to stay isolated in the post. He's got 2 fouls. Why not go at him?
Now Dent in the lane. His floater rattles home. It ties the game again at 37. Back and forth we go. Richardson driving into the lane. Reverse lay-in, no good. Knocked out of bounds. They say it last touch on seal. So it's going back to Michigan State when we come back from another timeout on the floor.
Richardson tried to go to the left side against Nelly. Junior Joseph should have stayed on the right. Better chance of getting the foul call.
Richardson is 0 for 7 from the floor, 0 for 4 from three-point range, hasn't scored, and yet his team is right there. 15:38 left to go in the ball game. We're all tied. Michigan State 37, New Mexico 37. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
This is the story of the one. He's responsible for keeping a leading healthcare facility clean and safe. And he trusts Grainger's high-quality HVAC cleaning and safety products, combined with their world-class supply chain, to consistently deliver, ensuring he's covered inside and out, so he can focus on keeping his facility clean to help protect the health of everyone inside. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
O'Reilly.
Check engine light on? Take the guesswork out of your check engine light with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free and provides a report with solutions based on over 650 million vehicle scans verified by ASE certified master technicians. And if you need help, we can recommend a shop for you. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan today.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. With Indeed Sponsored Jobs, your post jumps to the top of the page for relevant candidates, so you can reach the people you want faster. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs posted directly on Indeed have 45% more applications than non-sponsored jobs. Plus, with Indeed Sponsored Jobs, there are no monthly subscriptions, and you only pay for results. Start at Indeed.com/credit.
It's time for basketball, and right now, Uber Eats has deals on Burger King, Buffalo Wild Wings, KFC, and hundreds more local favorites. So you can keep your eyes on the ball and your hands on a burger. Get game day deals now, only on Uber Eats. Product availability varies by region. See app for details.
Whether you're shaping up a small yard or tackling serious acreage, Steel walk-behind zero-turn and stand-on mowers are built to get the job done. Shop online or at your local Steel dealer. Steel, let's go mow. Available at participating dealers.
Let's check the schedule of tournament games coming up on Westwood One, sponsored by the 2027 X15 engine from Cummins, featuring better fuel efficiency, immense power, and backed by 25-plus years of experience. The 2027 X15 is built to rise above the challenges of tomorrow. The X15, forever rising. These two teams are competing to try to make the Sweet 16 in Atlanta. Westwood One will have full coverage of the Sweet 16 and Elite 8 round from Atlanta. Also from Newark, San Francisco, and Indianapolis, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday next week.
Fast lineup for Tom Izzo with Trey Holloman and Jaden Akins on the floor together. Chase Richardson and Cohen Carr with Carson Cooper.
Michigan State on the inbound, game tied at 37. Richardson working the outside. They hedge the screen. Now they come back to the near side for Holloman. Holloman driving, in traffic, shot, no good. The tap follow won't go for Cooper, and Junior Joseph corrals the rebound for New Mexico. Now on offense. Lobos get it back to Dent. He's going to have to do a lot in this half. Driving to the outside. Good look inside for Junior Joseph. Shot fake and banks it home. Great recognition by the big man to put the Lobos back on top.
Yeah, recognition of the pogo stick that is Cohen Carr went way up in the air, and Junior Joseph, good patience.
It's just the older man saying, you do that, son. I'll wait till you stop.
And it took a little while.
Cooper trying to hand off. They went for the steal, and Washington's going to get called for a reach-in foul. Tried to chase Richardson around that screen and steal the basketball, but he's called for the reach-in.
And Michigan State and Tom Izzo just continuing to come with fresh bodies. He's giving these guys, in terms of his players, no excuse for not giving maximum effort.
19-4, the bench point advantage for Michigan State as Fiddler's checked back in. He's in the high post now on the right side with the basketball. Throws it down low for Cooper. Cooper shot, no good. Junior Joseph the rebound and a really late whistle from Tony Chiazza. And that is going to be a foul call.
And Carson Cooper had it wide open. I don't know what took him so long. He kind of loaded, got low. He got to keep the ball high on the turn and finish high. He gave the defense a chance, and it wasn't an egregious foul by any means, if any.
Oravechinen called for his second. So here's Carson Cooper, the junior from Jackson, Michigan, shooting two. First one is up, and it's good. Scott Graham, John Crispin here at our Grainger broadcast position in Cleveland. Stay on top of your game with Grainger. Get the industrial-grade products right when you need them to help your business move forward when you call 1-800-GRAINGER or click Grainger.com. Second one is good. We welcome those of you just joining us across our network. We've got a good one in Cleveland. 14:28 left to go. The 2 seed, Michigan State, knotted up with the 10 seed, New Mexico at 39. 3-point attempt from the far corner, no good for C.J. Nolan. And the Spartans down with the basketball into the forecourt, looking for the lead again. Fears got hit from behind by Junior Joseph. They wave it off.
Fears was trying to set it up, get that third foul on Junior Joseph.
Far side of the floor, Akins holds right in front of his own bench. The left-hander with a right-hand dribble, 2 men on him, throws inside for Cooper, and Cooper gets his pocket picked. C.J. Nolan with a steal. Lobos into the forecourt now. Under 14 to play, and they hand it off to Donovan Den, who slows it down. Now a drive into the lane, shot up, no good. Wanted a foul call, didn't get it. Michigan State with the rebound, coming down 5-on-4. Dent slow to get up. Now he's back in on the play. Up on top, Holloman holds on the left side. Driving into the lane, shot up, and it is good. Great body control by the junior. Michigan State leads at 41-39.
Good patience and recognition, too. Let the defense rotate, make a play.
Dent went in trying to get a foul call, didn't get it again, and lost the basketball. Here's Akins in rhythm for 3. Got it! From the right side, Akins drills the three-pointer. And Richard Pitino is going to use one of his 2 remaining timeouts as his team is now down 5.
Yeah, I'm surprised he took that timeout. There's one coming in about 1:11. But I think you need to stop this thing and take them out of transition.
Timeout on the floor, 13-11 to play. Michigan State trying to make the Sweet 16. They got a 44-39 lead over New Mexico. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
This is the story of the one. He's responsible for keeping a leading healthcare facility clean and safe. And he trusts Grainger's high-quality HVAC cleaning and safety products, combined with their world-class supply chain, to consistently deliver, ensuring he's covered inside and out, so he can focus on keeping his facility clean to help protect the health of everyone inside. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Be a VIP at the men's Final Four in San Antonio with NCAA Experience official ticket and hospitality packages. Official NCAA hospitality includes live entertainment, upscale food stations and beverages, appearances by NCAA legends, and much more. To be a VIP at the men's Final Four in San Antonio, visit ncaa.com/VIP. Right back to action now. And Junior Joseph holding on the left block for New Mexico. Up and under. His shot is good.
It's so good, but Carson Cooper gave up the middle of the paint. You've got the baseline to work with on the block. Junior Joseph wants to get to the middle, but he gave it up.
Spartans by 3 with the basketball. 12:44 left to play. Fiddler hands off on the far side. Here comes Fears. Fears comes back to the near side for Holloman. And his long 3-point jumper sticks in between the rim and the backboard. That's held ball time, and the possession arrow points New Mexico's way.
Hey, Borovicinen just gave Trey Holloman that gooey face look like, what in the world did you just do? I don't know if you want to wake Trey Holloman up.
Now, Holloman has not been nearly as hot as he was, just 1 for 4 from 3-point range. And now you're going to get a backcourt violation on an errant pass for New Mexico. The pass to Nolan was way high. He got a hand on it, but the ball bounced off his hand into the backcourt, and it'll go back again to Michigan State.
Trey Holloman's got to know he's really been lethal off the bounce. If you get it in transition, the ball swings to you, you get an open 3, you got to take it. But he's been so good getting into the paint off the bounce.
Fears takes the inbound, gets back to Holloman, and now back to Fears, head of the circle. He is really baiting Nolan now to try to foul him. Richardson gets the ball, dumps it down low to Fiddler. Back outside Holloman, 1-touch near side Richardson. Driving baseline, finds Fiddler. Short range, and an easy 2 for Frankie Fiddler.
Good stuff by Chase Richardson, dribbling that through all the way to the other side, the opposite block, and then dumping it inside to Fiddler, who got open.
46-41 the call. Remember what I said about the 2 guys drawing back and forth? The officials just stopped things. And Nolan and Fears were called in by the officials. That brought us to a stoppage of play, and because there's 11:55 left, also a timeout.
I'll take it now. I'd rather get it in now than have 2 ones close together down the stretch.
It is a 9-2 run by Michigan State. 46-41, Spartans on top. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
Paying rent can feel like throwing money away. And when you're spending so much, it can be hard to see yourself buying a home. So Rocket Mortgage is helping you put your monthly rent towards home ownership with Rent Rewards. For the first time, save up to $5,000 off the cost of your first home just by paying rent. Only at Rocket Mortgage. Call 800-4ROCKET or visit rocket.com to find out more.
Rocket Mortgage, LLC. Licensed in all 50 states. NMLSConsumerAccess.org. Number 3030.
Selling your home, it's one of the biggest financial decisions you'll ever make. You could go it alone, trying to navigate market trends, determine fair pricing, and tackle tricky negotiations on your own. You could second-guess every decision, wondering if you're doing it right. Then there's the showings, the offers, and the mountain of paperwork. Or you could work with the expertise of a realtor, here to guide and help protect as you make your next big move. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors. Right by you.
In the face of uncertainty, some things remain steady, like the Cummins 2027 X15. Built on 25 plus years of experience and delivering up to 4% better fuel efficiency in a weight-neutral system, the X15 gives you the strength to move forward fearlessly and confidence that no matter the obstacle, you can and will rise above it. The 2027 X15, forever rising. Estimates based on preliminary testing. Individual results may vary.
Monster.com helps you slam dunk the job search and make your next career move. With great coaching and millions of job openings, Monster.com empowers you to score your next position and win the job hunt. Get off the bench and go to Monster.com today.
Why pay more for a great shave? Choose Barbasol, America's #1 brand of shaving cream. Barbasol's thick and rich lather gives you a close, comfortable shave for just half the price of gels.
Barbasol. Do you like your protein crunchy, chewy, salty, or sweet? If you've got goals, Quest has cheats, from bars to protein milkshakes to chips and crackers. Quest Nutrition is big on protein, low on sugar, and huge on flavor. It's basically cheating. 11:55 to go here in the ball game. A trip to the Sweet 16 and a date with Ole Miss on Friday in Atlanta on the line in the South region. The number 2 seed Michigan State taking control of this game right before and right after halftime. They've got a 46-41 lead, but the Lobos of New Mexico, who've never made the Sweet 16, hanging tough here in Cleveland.
A lot of it's been Nelly Jr. Joseph and Donovan Dent making plays. Jr. Joseph's been so good in an ISO in the post. Be surprised if they don't go back to him.
Off the inbound, here come the Lobos with the basketball. It's Dent. Going to work, gets it to Amsio on the left side. Back to Dent. Looking to the inside, nothing there. He's got the ball, working on Holloman. Back behind to Amsio. Amsio, 8 on the timer. Driving down right of the lane. In traffic, shot no good, but there was contact. And I believe they're going to give him a shooting foul. Nope, they're not. They're going to say it was before the shot attempt. Frankie Fiddler called for the personal, his second. Team foul number 2 here in the second half for Michigan State. The inbound of Junior Joseph. Shovels back behind to Dent. Now Washington in place for a 3. Missed it badly up over the top. And the rebound down to Zapala, who's back in the ball game for Michigan State. Fears with the drive. Cross half court. Picked up now by True Washington. Double coming. They throw away from it. Fiddler on the left side, spinning into the lane. Shot up. It's around and no good. Junior Joseph with one hand comes down with a rebound for New Mexico.
Good move by Fiddler. He's been a little more aggressive offensively.
C.J. Nolan going to work on Richardson down on the right block. Now back out to Junior Joseph. Right side foul line extended. He drives down the lane. His shot is good. He just beat the big man off the bounce.
I don't know what Shimon Zapala was doing trying to cover him at the three-point line.
46-43, three-point game. Fiddler driving down the lane. Wanted contact, didn't get it. But throws back behind for Holloman, who drives. Now dishes down low and an easy 2 for Zapala, who had a tent camped under the basket.
Yeah, Trey Holloman's got to drive almost every time he gets the ball. Again, tired legs for New Mexico. Got to attack.
48-43, Nolan driving. What a block by Fears. They've been going at it, and Fears just had the final word. Step it over from the weak side. He now has the basketball in his hand and lost it. And it's taken away by Junior Joseph. Maybe not the last word. Here comes Dent driving, and Fears is going to get called for the foul. Now, that is an active about 15 seconds of basketball.
It was. He was a little sloppy. I mean, the block was tremendous. Fierce coming over from the opposite backside. He wasn't even the help side guy. Zappala just staying on Junior Joseph, not leaving him. Fierce came out of nowhere, but then late on the play just made a poor decision and a turnover, and Tom Izzo, that'll drive him nuts. It's all about creating momentum. You create the momentum with the block. You have to continue and follow that through with a score and then the opportunity to have a stop with your crowd up off their feet.
Couple of substitutions. Dent now with the basketball for the Lobos. 10 minutes even left to go in a 5-point game. Backdoor cut. Dent laying good on the feed from Junior Joseph. 48-45. Fierce pushes it quickly. Akins gets cut off at the baseline, and Michigan State will take it back toward the top. They'll try near side for Carr and now Richardson. Richardson with the dribble right in front of us on the right side of the floor. Dent chasing him. Richardson steps into his shot. It's no good. Rebound fought for. And off a wild scramble at last touch, Borovichinen, and went over the sideline. It'll stay Michigan State's way. Borovichinen couldn't control the basketball.
He's grabbing his shoulder, too.
Really slow to get up. By the way, you mentioned how good these guys are here at cleaning up the floor. They were waiting for him to get up. They were crouched by him.
I know you think I make things up, but these guys have been lightning.
It had a feel of, sorry about that. Can you get out of the way?
Yeah, no. They want you up off the floor so they can clean up. I like that. This is a fluid game. Let's keep it rolling.
That's what this guy thinks. Fierce has one speed, straight ahead. Bounces it far side for Carr. Now Akins driving for the left side. His shot, no good. Tip rebound. Carr tried to save it and did. Oh, my goodness. Carr got a hand on it, threw it down. I believe it bounced off Milicevic's foot, and it went back out of bounds again. Carr ended up falling a good 20 feet over toward the stands in the gap between the bench and where the runway is.
Yeah, he actually hit that off a dent. That was heck of a play, yeah.
It's kind of like Bo Jackson going up the tunnel, except he fell. And now you're going to get a foul call on a steal attempt.
And that'll be 3.
Junior Joseph going to get called for reaching in and taking the ball away from Jeremy Fierce. He can't believe that call.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm going to want to see it a second time. I usually have better opinions when I see slow-mo replays.
Fierce lost the ball, fell. I don't know where the foul is.
Watch the left arm of Fierce. Not bad now. No, that's not enough. Fierce has to be stronger with the ball.
Crowd here saw it, and those rooting for the underdog are booing now. 48-45, 3-point ball game. 9 minutes to go. Michigan State with the lead in the basketball.
Careful. Junior Joseph, careful away from the basket.
4 left to shoot. Fierce going to have to do something. Right elbow. Got his shot in the air. Couldn't hit it. But he's going to go to the foul line. Milicevic hit him as he tried to get rid of that ball just before the shot clock expired.
Nelly Junior Joseph has 3 personal fouls. They continue to hard hedge 30-plus feet from the basket, and he was very aggressive on Fierce in that possession. If I'm Richard Petito, I'm talking about how hard we want to defend there because it's more important that Junior Joseph's on the floor. He's been great on the offensive end.
Download the official NCAA March Madness Live app. You can listen to every Westwood One broadcast of the men's and women's basketball tournament for free. Just look for the headphones icon on any live game. And if you're in the car, it seamlessly integrates with Apple CarPlay or Android Auto with the official NCAA March Madness Live app today. Jeremy Fierce, 2 for 4 from the line tonight. His first one is good. Omsio coming back into the ball game. Milicevic will leave.
I'm sorry to interrupt. There's a little gamesmanship. So when Fierce makes the first shot, he smacks 5 with the 2 guys in the lane. True Washington, when they went to do it, walked across to high-five his teammate and get in their way. I love it.
Here's second. No good. Rebound with one hand for Junior Joseph. He's been a rebounding machine here in these last couple of moments. Only 5 for the game, but they've been big ones. 8:40 left to go. 4-point game. Driving is Dent. Shot no good. Junior Joseph jamming it back. And hang on a second now.
Yeah, it was foul. They pushed it so fast that Jeremy Fierce got a foul before the defense could even turn their heads.
The basket was good, and literally the ball was not through the net, and Michigan State was running.
And that's number 4 on Nelly Jr. Joseph.
He just got the basket and his 4th foul.
It happened so fast. They got that thing out of the rim immediately to Jeremy Fears, and as he's pushing it up the court, Nelly Jr. Joseph just turned to get back and ran into Fears, picking up his 4th foul. Wow.
16 points, 6 boards. He goes to the bench. Ali Atiki comes in to replace him.
Ali Atiki's been good from an energy standpoint, but he just doesn't give you the production that Nelly Jr. Joseph brings.
And Fears back to the line where he just went 1 for 2. Shot on the way, and it's good. He rattles it home. 50-47, Michigan State by 3. 8.5 to go, 8:35 to be more accurate here in Cleveland. Fears has 4 points tonight. Doesn't it seem like he's been much more active in everything that's happened?
He's been active, just got to define active differently.
Second one is good. Now he's got 5, and his team's got a 4-point lead. He's going to lead the game. Holloman will come back and replace him. One white headband for another for Michigan State.
I do think Fears has to settle in a little bit and be more of a game manager at points.
Holloman smacks the ground, and that got the crowd up for the Spartans. And now Cooper's going to get called for, I think, kind of a touch foul.
Yeah, 7-3 in fouls, so that explains that one.
That's his 3rd. Dent was coming around a screen, and Cooper tried to hedge it, ended up getting called for throwing a hip. On the outside, Borovichinen with the basketball. Hands it back off again to Washington. On the right, running shot up and good. They won't go away. 51-49, 8:10 left to play.
Not an answer. The question is, can they sustain from an energy standpoint?
Akins driving, shot taken away. Off the steal, Amsiel driving, and his shot blocked away. Oh, what a block by Akins. Here comes Michigan State the other way. Lay-in is no good. Rebound Lobos. Back the other way. Catch your breath. Here we go. And finally, Dent will do just that, putting the ball on his hip. Now he drives into the lane. Shot up. It is around the rim and good. We're tied at 51.
Donovan Dent is that good. Just broke down the entire defense. Goes left. Finishes with the right on the right side. Avoiding all contact.
Holloman on the outside. Pulls up the dribble, goes for Fiddler, far side. He drives into the lane, throws back, and Holloman will reset it. 7 left to shoot. Left-hand dribble. To the left side in front of his own bench, finds Akins. 3 left to shoot. Akins, long three-pointer, got it! Big-time 3 for Jaden Akins. And a 3-point lead for Michigan State as we cross 7 minutes left to play.
Good defensive possession for New Mexico. Just a tough late clock bomb 3 from Akins.
Crowd in the lower bowl, a lot of them standing, a lot of them wearing green, and now Dent nearly had it taken away. Loose ball on the floor, saved by the Lobos, but picked up by Michigan State. They might have numbers. Fiddler driving, shot up, good, and the foul. What a run out after the turnover. And Fiddler's going to have a chance to extend this lead to 6 when we come back.
There's so many supporting cast options for Michigan State. I got to say, today it's been Frankie Fiddler. He has made the most of all the minutes he's gotten.
You want it as plainly as I can do it? This is a damned entertaining basketball game.
Fair.
6:38 left to go. Michigan State 56, New Mexico 51. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
When the grass starts growing, it's time to get mowing with Steel. Whether you're shaping up a small yard or tackling serious acreage, Steel mowers are built to get the job done. Shop in-store or online for 0% financing and instant rebates on select Steel mowers. Steel, let's go mow. Available for limited time only at participating dealers while supplies last.
Spring forward with real unlimited data from Straight Talk this tax season and get a free Samsung Galaxy A16 5G or Moto G Power 5G 2024 with select plans. So you can stream games during Mad March hours, check the weather for April showers, and watch gardening videos about May flowers. Straight Talk, real unlimited data. Available at Walmart and straighttalk.com. Offer valid through 4/15/25. Taxes and fees apply. Requires purchase of single line gold unlimited plan or higher. For network management practices, visit straighttalk.com.
O'Reilly. Check engine light on? Take the guesswork out of your check engine light with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free and provides a report with solutions based on over 650 million vehicle scans verified by ASE certified master technicians. And if you need help, we can recommend a shop for you. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan today.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Confidence is knowing you're ready to handle whatever comes your way. That's what it feels like to take on your workday with Cintas. They make sure your AEDs are up to date, your fire extinguishers are tested and inspected, your floor mats are cleaned and delivered, and your workwear looks good, feels good, and is freshly laundered with a Cintas Apparel Plus program. So are you ready to take on today? Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
Let's check some of the numbers sponsored by GoodRx. Check GoodRx for simple, smart savings on weight loss, medications, and other prescriptions at GoodRx.com. Mustafa Ansil is shooting 28% from the field over his last 7 games coming into tonight. Today, 5 for 6, but not getting shots here in the second half. No. In that first half, Ansil had 12 points. New Mexico had the lead. There were no ties, no lead changes. Second half, 5 ties, 3 lead changes, and Michigan State with a 5-point lead at 6:38 to go. Here is Frankie Fiddler trying to cap off a 3-point play and stretch the lead to 6 points.
I think the game has shifted. I think the game picked up pace, and Amsel hasn't had as much in the half court.
Fiddler's free throw, no good. Tap rebound, and Borovichinen comes down with it for New Mexico. They trail it by 5. Lobos have never been to the Sweet 16. 6.5 minutes to try to get it back. Now on a pick and roll. Ball caught by Atiki inside, but he lost it, and it's stolen away by Michigan State. Spartans into the forecourt. Alleman thought about it. Lobos got back quickly. They shovel it to Kohler. Kohler's got 2 on him. Bounce pass to Fiddler. His lay-in is good. Perfect bounce pass for Jackson Kohler, and the biggest lead of the night for Michigan State.
Tell you, Frankie Fiddler's played a really good game, good back cut, and made the right finish on the opposite side.
Washington driving, shot no good, but he got contact, and the Lobos, knowing that they're running out of time, they were going to bring Nelly Jr. Joseph back into the ball game, but after the foul, it looks like Richard Pitino is going to sit him for a little while longer. He's got 4 fouls.
At this point, you're kind of almost looking offense-defense. If you can steal an extra possession and keep him out and not have to defend, you understand Michigan State's going to go right at him.
True Washington. Free throw, good.
I've really grown to, the more I've seen this New Mexico team, the more I like them. I mean, they've got fight. They don't have the depth, but man almighty, they are a fun team to watch, and they're going right back at Michigan State.
Washington 2 out of 3. Make it 2 out of 4 as he misses the second from the line. 5:50 to go. Michigan State by 6 with the basketball. Winner goes to Atlanta next week to take on Ole Miss in the South region. Fiddler, head of the circle. Far side, Holloman driving into the lane, dishing off, and they take it away. And now the ball on the ground. Kohler's got a hold of it. It'll be a held ball. The true definition of that on the hardwood. See the guy with the broom? He's there already. He's there already. Unbelievable. The guy with the towel's right there with him. The ball's going to belong to Michigan State on the possession arrow.
I mean, we overdo it with tipping culture in our country, but if anybody should be tipped in this arena, it should be those guys.
Drop them a couple bucks.
Oh, I just got to note that they're just volunteers. Get out of here with that. Pay the man.
Inbound with 11 left to shoot. It comes into Fiddler. Fiddler on the baseline. Pulls the jump shot and hits it. Nice soft touch from 10 feet away. 60-52, 8-point lead for Michigan State.
Fiddler's patience in decision-making is ultimately what got him that shot, but he's just been terrific with 10 points. Good decision-making.
Omseal on the outside, very quiet here in the second half. Back for Washington. Thought about the 3, doesn't take it. right in front of his coach and his bench on the right side. With the left-hand dribble into the traffic. Shot blocked by Cooper. Picked out of the air by Izzo, who bounces it home. Bank shot off the ball, picked out of the air, cuts it back down to a 6-point game.
That's what happens when you drive and you bring so many defenders to the ball. If you block the shot, it's going to be a New Mexico body there. Izzo was there for the pickup.
Junior Joseph's coming in at the next whistle for New Mexico with under 5 to play. Here's Cooper holding outside. No backdoor cut. Hands off for Richardson. Richardson throws far side. Holloman's wide open for 3. Got it! 5 straight made field goals by Michigan State and a 9-point lead.
One team's just heating up at this point, and New Mexico's just got answer after answer, but they're getting worn down.
Washington will try to answer with a 3. Missed badly, a brick. Rebound down on the floor, picked up by Cooper. Here come the Spartans on the run. Richardson in rhythm. He wants a 3. But an air ball that missed everything. And is picked up off the floor by Horovicinen.
You can see Jace Richardson has no rhythm in his jump shot. Tom Izzo said to us earlier yesterday that he felt like he was nervous.
0 for 9 from the floor tonight. Izzo, 3-pointer from the right side, no good. And a foul call on the rebound. Atiki called for reaching in on the arm of Carson Cooper. And that is going to bring us to a timeout on the floor. One final sprint here in Cleveland. Michigan State trying to work its way back to the Sweet 16. Can they hold off the Lobos for 3 minutes and 50 seconds? 63-54, Spartans on top. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
Your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. With Indeed Sponsored Jobs, your post jumps to the top of the page for relevant candidates so you can reach the people you want faster. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs posted directly on Indeed have 45% more applications than non-sponsored jobs. Plus, with Indeed Sponsored Jobs, there are no monthly subscriptions, and you only pay for results. Start at Indeed.com/credit.
And that is why many of the greatest feats of fandom require you to be on your feet. Any questions?
Professor, NCAA men's basketball is back. Are we ready?
You prepared to show up, show out, give it 110 from tip to the final buzzer? Oh, you're ready. March Madness. Attendance is encouraged. Passion is mandatory. Buy your seats today at ncaa.com/MVB tickets.
Without maintenance teams behind the scenes, everything stops. Even the game. Lights, broadcast equipment, cooling, you ensure the assets that matter most work. MaintainX was built for professionals like you. A modern maintenance app that helps manage work orders, schedule maintenance, and track inventory. So keep the madness on the court, not in your operations. Try MaintainX free at maintainx.com/MVP. That's maintain in the letter x.com/MVP.
Lowe's knows what makes SpringFest savings even better are member-only doorbuster deals. Right now, rewards members can save $40 on an Allen & Roth Chesler Gold faucet. Was $99, now $59. Plus, save $110 on a Cobalt 40-volt battery trimmer and blower combo kit. Was $279, now $169. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 3/24 while supplies last. Program subject to terms and conditions. Details at lowes.com/terms. Subject to change.
You can listen to Westwood One's exclusive coverage of the NCAA men's basketball tournament for free on the Varsity Network app. Listen to every game live or on demand. Download the Varsity Network app now and search NCAA Championships. 3:50 to play here with a trip to the Sweet 16 on the line. Michigan State, the 2 seed in the South, leads the 10 seed. New Mexico 63-54. And if you're the Lobos, I know that there's not a whole lot left in the tank, but John, right now you got to empty the tank, burn the ships, whatever you got left for 350.
Yeah, well, maybe there's a positive that Nelly Junior Joseph picked up the 4 fouls and he had to go out for a while. He got a nice rest, and he has been a huge part of their success.
1-1 for Cooper. Shot no good. The door is open now. Down by 9. Here comes New Mexico, and Dent calmly trotting it across half court. Gets it off for Nolan on the near side. Nolan waiting to try to get Junior Joseph open. Drops it down to him now on the left block. Double team coming. Junior Joseph Back outside to Dent. Dent thought about it. Steps left. Fires. And his shot is too strong. Rebound tapped out. Dent's got it. Dent driving. Shot. In traffic is good.
He's so good.
What a great take to the hole. 63-56, a 7-point game.
I mean, he picked up the offensive rebound, put it in another gear, and just took all the contact at the rim, held, and finished.
3:08 and counting left to play. Michigan State trying to use some clock with each possession. Up on top, it's Cooper. Try for the backdoor cut, nothing there. Comes to Holloman down near side. Shot clock down to 7. Holloman drives to the foul line. Hesitation dribble in the lane. Has his shot blocked away. What a great play by True Washington and New Mexico with the basketball. Dent shovels to Washington on the right side. He's on the go. Driving shot. Good. 2:37 to go, and we've got a 5-point game.
Michigan State's got to be really careful with a really poor offensive possession last time down. You got to get a good look. At least get your defense set after that.
Richardson was sitting. He'll come in at the next whistle. The dribble belongs to Fears on the top. Off for Akins near side. Bounce it to Carr. One touch. Over to the far side. Fears once again. And now diving down the lane. Shot no good for Carr. Junior Joseph just fouled out of the ball game. And Cohen Carr, a good free throw shooter.
And also Cohen Carr, a good leader. Jeremy Fears was holding 5 fingers up towards the New Mexico crowd. And if you want to be the point guard of Michigan State, you got to be a leader. Good job by Cohen Carr getting his guys together and staying focused down the stretch.
Tom Izzo just looked at him and gave him a quiet, come here.
Yeah.
Carr ran out to the half-court stripe and basically helped pull Fears' arm down and get him back over toward the team huddle at the foul line.
I mean, you just have to keep your wits, right? You've got to be stronger than everybody else. But how about just a moment to give to Nelly Junior Joseph, who has been terrific in this tournament. He was dominant on Friday. For the time he was on the floor, he was highly effective here. He was one of the best players on the floor, between both teams.
Nelly Junior Joseph, 16 double-doubles on the season, one of 11 players in the country to average a double-double. His game and potentially season are over as Carr hits on the first free throw. He's got a pretty stroke from the line.
It's a tough one. He's left-handed. Left-handers, like a smooth golf swing, baseball swing. Ken Griffey, right? Left-handed shooters. Always smooth.
My Uncle John, left-handed swing.
Definitely, Uncle John.
Yep. Second one is good for Carr. 2:12 to play. 65-58. Dent on the outside. With a left-handed dribble, taking it into the lane, gets knocked free. Ball is loose. It's going to stay the same way as it goes over the end line with 2:02 to go.
You just see tired legs for New Mexico. You understand why.
This number 10 seed has fought with everything they have had in this game. Right now, looks like Michigan State just too deep. Off the inbound, tap ball, Carr's got a steal. It was Richardson, who hasn't scored all night, making the play on the inbound. And Fears, across half court, going to dribble some clock away. Hands it off for Akins, 1:45 left to go. Michigan State by 7. It's a 3-possession game. Now with the shot clock down to 7, they'll go. Richardson driving. Left of the lane, still with the dribble. 2 left to shoot. He's got to let it go and does. Are they going to call a foul?
Yes, they
did. Oh, my goodness. He threw the ball and threw his body at C.J. Noland. And they're calling a shooting foul and a 3-shot foul for Jace Richardson.
Yeah, he was really going nowhere, but it's a foul. I mean, C.J. Noland just had his arms right across the forearm of Jace Richardson. Unfortunate, but a foul.
Richardson, frustrating night, just made a big defensive play. Gets his first point of the night from the free throw line. He has been their leading scorer of late after getting his first career start against Oregon back on the 8th of February. Hit 29 points in that game, 18 in the second half. Second one is good. Dad Jason, a Michigan State All-American, 14 seasons in the NBA.
Tom Izzo is going to take a timeout if this goes.
Shot is up, shot is good. Yep. And the timeout called for by Michigan State. A double-digit lead with 92 seconds left to play here in Cleveland.
That's a really big play. I mean, New Mexico's had answers. They've been able to score and stay in this game, but you played the best defense you could play. Little mental breakdown there, getting your hand in there if you're C.J. Nolan. And that's probably got to feel good for Jace Richardson, who Michigan State, they get through here, they're going to need. He has not shot the ball with confidence here in Cleveland.
We have seen some competitive basketball here in Cleveland, including from some teams with double-digit seeds.
New Mexico could beat a lot of teams out there. They're a really good team.
We saw Alabama earlier tonight punch their ticket to Newark, the number 2 seed in the East, potentially staring down next Saturday with Duke. We'll see. Duke a winner earlier today. Winner of this one gets Ole Miss Friday in Atlanta. Right now, it's looking like Michigan State. 90 seconds to go. Dent brings it across, his team down by 10. Gotta hurry. Hesitation dribble on the baseline. Throws left side. Three-pointer up, and it's good. Milicevic, a 45% three-point shooter, hits the three, and they call the quick timeout with 1:18 left to play.
Just think about that three-point foul where Jace Richardson just knocked down three. New Mexico comes down, immediate answer. Tom Izzo's not happy with that.
Well, the good news if you're a Michigan State fan is New Mexico is now out of timeouts. That was the last one. One that was used earlier. Really, it looked like it was kind of in reaction to what was going on the floor rather than perhaps the right timing for it. While we're talking about this, why don't we take a timeout? We'll pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network, your home for the national championships.
Hi, everybody. Christopher Russo. Mad Dog Sports Radio, live all day during the NCAA tournament. That's until 2 a.m. Eastern. React to all the action at AAA Mad Dog 6 on Channel 82.
New Mexico coming off Friday night, their first NCAA tournament win in 13 years. They have never won in this round. And now down by 7. They break huddle, knowing that with 1:18 to go, they're going to have to pull off just short of a miracle. We welcome those of you just joining us across our network with a $1:18 left to play. Michigan State, a 68-61 lead. Trying to get to the Sweet 16. Spartans ball, length to the floor to go. Full court pressure now coming from New Mexico.
Michigan State's got 5 guards in the game with Cohen Carr really at the 5.
Inbound is to Akins. Back into the hands of Fears. Fears dribbling toward half court, breaks the stripe, and immediately backs off to the half court stripe. Keeping the dribble alive. 1:05 left to go. Gets it to Richardson right in front of his own bench. He dribbles back to the middle of the floor. Under a minute to play. 8 left on the timer. Fiddler, left side, foul line extended, driving to the baseline. Spinning back out, 4 to shoot. Fadeaway jumpers and air ball. Richardson banked it home. He caught it in midair, banked it home, and drew the foul. A chance at a 3-point play for Jace Richardson to perhaps put this game away and punch Michigan State's ticket to Atlanta.
That play may be more significant for Jace Richardson and Michigan State going forward. He made the 3 foul shots after getting fouled on the 3. That's a huge play. Again, just the confidence has been down here in Cleveland. Those are big plays.
Free throw is good. Kid had nothing. Now he's got 6. 71-61. 25 seconds to go. Dent quickly into the forecourt. They get in his way. His shot is up and good. Can't call a timeout. They've got to jump up and press. Down by 8.
Doesn't matter if you get in his way. He's been incredible.
Down on the game, 14 points. The inbound for Richardson. Are they fouling? Not yet. They're chasing the basketball. Fiddler finally gets fouled. May not be the right guy to foul. He's an 88% shooter.
And Fiddler's found a little confidence here. There have been times where he's been effective in games. He can contribute. He's actually been a guy they look to play through at times. It's the matchup they like, and I got to give Tom Izzo all the credit in the world for having a good feel throughout the game, not sticking with set rotations, kind of feeling things out with the different options he's got.
Fiddler missed the first.
Didn't you? I swear, the jinx is real.
Give Tom Izzo credit. I guess when you win 735 games, you figure these things out, don't you?
Yeah, he's done all right.
Fiddler missed them both. Door slightly open, 33 seconds left, 8-point game. Still a 3-possession game. Dent left baseline, jumper comes up short. Rebound pulled down by Richardson. Michigan State out of the pack, and I think that's going to be it. I don't believe they're going to foul. Shot clock turned off. Lobos aren't coming after it. Jeremy Fears with one hand on the ball and one arm up, saluting the crowd. 6 seconds left. And Michigan State is going back to the Sweet 16 for just the second time this decade, but the 22nd time in school history, the Spartans are in the Sweet 16. Winners by a 71-63 score over a gutty New Mexico squad here in Cleveland tonight. Michigan State's headed to Atlanta to take on Ole Miss.
Great win for Michigan State, great win for Tom Izzo, but I gotta say, a great game for us. I mean, what a fun game. I have a tough time watching this New Mexico team walk away. They played so well. They're also a fun and exciting group. Donovan Dent, next level. Guy who's 20 points a game, 6.5 assists a game. Nelly Jr. Joseph, terrific, really across the board. Great performance from New Mexico, but Michigan State, they are so dangerous with their ability to go so deep into the bench. I don't know who's got an answer for that kind of depth.
Hey, partner, how about both games they played here in Cleveland? The bench outscored the starters.
That's something else. And that's the argument Tom Izzo's trying to make. It doesn't matter about the amount of minutes you play. It's what you do. Can you maximize the minutes you get?
36 for the bench tonight, 35 for the starters, adds up to 71. On Friday night, the bench 46 points, the starters 41 points. And with that information and armed with it, we're joined by one of the starters and one of the winners of this ball game, Jaden Akins, joining us courtside. Congratulations.
Thank you.
It seems like regardless of the situation you guys get in a game, that one of the things that you do is that you physically and mentally wear an opponent down. Is that what you're thinking of?
Definitely. I mean, our mantra is strength in numbers, and we know it's a 40-minute game. So, teams might stick with us through 30 minutes of the game, but the last 10, we might wear them down.
We were talking to Coach Izzo yesterday, and he was trying to sell us on how he sells you guys for sharing minutes with so many guys. How much trust does it take to have in all your teammates to be? You're a guy who can play 30-plus minutes, but you sacrifice a lot in not doing so.
Definitely. I mean, I feel like I'm more fresh. I feel like everybody's more fresh with the minutes we play. So, I feel like it's just evenly distributed, and everybody does their role well.
At what point did you guys figure out that was the type of team you were going to be? Because, coming into the season, you think certain guys are going to be in a certain rotation, but the rotation's grown. So at what point did you think you found it?
Super early, probably the first 5 games. Yeah. I mean, we really knew in the summer that we had 2 starting lineup type of guys. Our second unit comes in and provides a big spark, as you guys saw tonight. So we knew we were going to be a deep team.
You get an opportunity now to move on to the Sweet 16, and your opponent is going to be Ole Miss in Atlanta, but the survive and advance mentality in the NCAA tournament. Now it's over, all the energy, drop it down, go back home, start it all up again. You used to that kind of thing?
Definitely. I mean, our goal is to win the weekend, and I'm just happy that I can prepare for another weekend. Blessed.
Congratulations, and good luck moving forward.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate y'all.
That is Jaden Akins. He had 16 points on the night tonight, helping Michigan State to a 71-63 win. And you start taking a look at it, kind of hard to tell when you look at this Michigan State team who was the leading scorer. Well, he was. Alleman had 14. Fiddler.
The tournament is here. March Madness is here. The craziness is here. Don't forget, hit that like button down below and share this link out so we can get more basketball fans here in the chat, hanging out with us, cheering on your favorite team.
Clayton steals it and lays it in. Clayton a good look. Hit 6.
Check out our new website, www.torontosportsinsider.com, and check out the link that is in the description as well as in the chat that shows where all of the live viewers are watching from. Are you an insider yet? Have you hit that subscribe button? I bet you have now. Thank you for doing that. Thank you for checking out our Bracket Mania campaign. A lot more coming up soon.
What a great scene this is.
Stunning. Absolutely stunning.
Hey, you. Yeah, you. This is Joe Bowen, the voice of the Toronto Maple Leafs. Thanks for chatting it up and enjoying this March Madness live hangout with us.
So what about $574 if you switch your home insurance to Allstate?
Too much work.
Not if you call them. They handle the switching.
Now, that's a plot twist.
Shh. Check Allstate first, and you could save hundreds on quality home insurance today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Not available in every state. Based on the national average annual savings for new home insurance customers surveyed in 2023 who switched to Allstate and reported savings. Savings vary.
Welcome to the Tournament Post-Game Show on Westwood One, sponsored by Allstate. Wish you could save on home insurance? With Allstate, you could easily save and get quality protection. Check Allstate first for a quote